What do you want?
Just thought I ought to tell you, sir, there's a lot of talk on the street about this.
Time for the show.
They're starting to get a pretty strong following.
Excuse me? Did you say...
Time for the show.
Uh-huh. Do I have to remind you that we are a network affiliate? And we're in competition with other networks, not with a bunch of punks broadcasting out of a closet?
Tonight on Time for the Show, Dr. Fox enables the audience through a series of underlying suggestions that they're attractive on the inside. Caller 23 visits children with terminal illnesses that for some reason were locked up inside of a Denny's. And Reverend Pease gets stuck underneath the boulder of his own discarded cum socks. All this and more on tonight's Time for the Show. President and CEO of Hypercube Labs. I liked it so much, I bought the company. Oh man, broadcasting to you from Subbasement 27 right down to the core of Hypercube here in the future capital of the former Spanish Empire. It's Dr. Fox and it's time for the show. You know it, I know it, Peas know it, Ferg know it, everybody know it. Everybody know it. Oh man, and what a show we have for you tonight, and
fantastic show.
It's gonna be a good one. Reverend Pease on the Hypercom. You can join the Hypercom. Go to timefortheshow.com, click the Discord button, and jump in for the live chat. And usually open up the lines to everyone. Join us and don't say hello.
Just that easy.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Hi, Pease.
Hey, buddy, what's going on, man?
Nothing. Just feeling kind of cute. Thought I might show.
My life is full of adventure and mayhem.
I know, and it seems like it's floating that way in the chat. 30th anniversary of one of my favorite motion pictures of all time, UHF. And I think, I'm going to have to play a theme for UHF later on in the show.
Yes. Spatula City. Spatula City.
Oh, man. I could quote the Spatula City commercial.
It has Noam Crosby in it, doesn't it?
Yeah. And
Noam McDonald.
And
Crosby.
and Bill Saget. And
one of the only movies he's ever
Jerry
done.
Stewart. And Jimmy Lewis. He's in it too. David Bowie's in it.
David Hasselhoff.
And Scalpod meeting Weird Al in the chat there.
Yeah, he did that a couple weeks ago, didn't he?
Nice flesh suit you got there, Scalpod.
Yeah, it's looking a little tight, you know?
I have that same shirt.
Okay, well, I'm looking at a picture of Scalpod and Weird Al Yankovic, so
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
have
at
to
Scalpod.
ask which
I have
shirt.
the same shirt as Scalpod.
Okay, I have the same shirt on the left that Al's got. So we can get together and we can recreate this moment.
Can recreate the scene at our will whenever we want.
Every day. And we'll get nice and fresh with a fresh batch of Triology soaps. From
Oh
Lord
man,
Ferg.
so lavender, so eucalyptusy, so minty and fresh. I have never, for one, been cleaner in my entire life until I switched. That's right, folks. I switched
From
to
dirt
Triology soaps.
to Triology soaps. The dirt method works though. That's how those French girls do it.
No, you added that
Smell
in.
me
I
like
was,
one
I
of your
was
French
using,
girls,
I was
please.
using one of their competitors. I wasn't using dirt. I was using just like regular soap. I didn't use any of the soaps that have the bounty or cleanly goodness that Triology soaps gives you in your first bathe with it.
And that's actually true. That
course.
Triology
I like that
soap,
slippy
used it
soap
this morning.
sound.
I used it this morning.
And
I
Dr.
got the.
Scalpod
I'm
in
on
the
the
chat.
almond and vanilla or whatever it is. Almond and something.
I got a charcoal briquette wrapped
That
up in
attracts
bacon
puppies.
grease. And I love it. It's the best. I go for
It
it.
is the best.
I mean, I make mine myself. You know.
I could do a bacon flavored. Make it flavored and scented.
Oh, I
Do
bet
you
you'd
have
be
a pumpkin
delicious.
spice version?
I'm sure I can come up with one.
Pumpkin spice
People-
charcoal bacon briquette.
Do you have a pumpkin spite version?
White girls really like it. That's what we should call it. Pumpkin spite version. White girls like that.
Good point. Yeah, I'm sure I can
Girls
bring
like
something
soap.
up. Girls do like soap.
They love the hell out of it for some
And they
reason.
like the
I don't
pumpkin
know.
spice.
They love to smell like they're edible somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh.
why is it the girls always want to smell like things that
If
make
I
you
have
eat,
to
like,
explain
physically
why that
eat
is to
I know,
you,
but I'm always
And-
trying
and-
to.
and-
No, I mean,
And,
like,
we're
and for
always
some
trying
reason,
to
guys
get
always
it,
want to
they're
smell like
metal.
animal piss.
it's a sad state of affairs that I need to explain this to
Guys always want to smell like animal pee, but the girls want to smell delectable.
Yeah,
me.
we have our new peas musk smell for the soap called peas mustn't. Muskant you peas, muskant you.
you. No, my soap is actually quite pleasant to the nose, and it's. I had to even ask.
Oh, you clean
I had
out
to-
all that
what flavor is
residual
yours?
booger sugar.
Mine's the one with 2 stars. It's the sock cum version.
I'm not addicted to
Cum sock,
Triology
whatever it
soap.
is.
I just like the way it smells.
I've been trying to clean my office up here at the Hypercube Annex, but it's not going well
Yep.
at all.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
So,
Well, I've been
know-
trying. I feel like I should get some kind of award for trying.
Well, how
yeah,
about
you
how,
gotta-
okay?
good
Well, how about
job. You
for
You already
trying?
got 2 stars.
Why don't you tease what we got on tonight's show, Peas?
Well, we have such a plethora of entertainment for you tonight, folks. I don't know where to start. First, there'll be some veiled references to the Church of the Subgenius, but none of us will actually even mention the church at any single moment in time.
Not at one
But you'll
point.
know.
Except you already have, and we'll just rewind and edit that out.
Scalpod will interject tremendously throughout the show, and none of it will have any bearing on what's being said whatsoever. But we've gone used to understanding that's the AI working its chips out, you know? So yeah, that's. Oh, we got
Got a little
we
extra
got
dip on
naked.
those chips.
We got naked volleyball, but that's only for the Patreon users to see with their live feed. We're gonna have some very exciting mole dip that Scalpod's mother invented for us, and this recipe's been passed down throughout the days until now. We're getting to sample
The
it.
secret ingredient is Soylent.
And time.
And the whole time I'm doing this show, I'm going to be restoring my Vizio Sony all-in-one touch PC back to an original state because I suspect that some bastard has tried to own me on the internet.
Factory defaults.
Yeah, I'm going back in time, buddy. That's a great thing about computers, you know.
OEM peas.
I'm going back in time. I'm
Even
going back to when I
peas
took
love
you
the
out of the box.
days when they have to
Just undo
reset.
But we can't do that to the show, unfortunately. No, we must hold tight.
So the other thing we're going to talk about after we get back from this break is, you know,
Did I say
I'm
we
going
were
to go
going
out.
to a break? Where'd the break come in? I was just asking.
We're very close to it. I can sense it.
Making a call already, are we?
The
Peas,
Peas will
tell
be
me,
traveling to the Pink Man's Desert to do the Area 51. They can't shoot all of us interview from way behind in the back.
Yeah,
Everybody
and-
else will go
Yes,
forward.
please stay
Peas-
well within the middle of the pack towards the rear. We can't afford to lose you, Peas.
Scalpod. Thank you, Scalpod. I will.
You need a serious
I'll take
meat
that to heart.
shield. A meat shield at least a half a mile wide.
Yeah, you can
please.
strap some cafeteria trays to your Jeep, and you can just you can be a roving reporter. You can pretend like you're Hunter S. Thompson.
Yep,
Oh, dude,
But instead of
I'm
following
getting
cars
ready.
in
I'm
the
getting
desert,
ready. When I'm
it's
done
a
doing
bunch of
radio,
desperate
I'm going to call up
weeaboos.
Stang and get the format for the pamphlet ones. Carrot's going to pass out the pamphlet number ones. I'm going to interview people.
You're gonna take
I'm
your
gonna
wife
go
to
to
the
the
place
back
where
gate.
everybody's expected to get shot at.
That's correct.
You're
We're
great,
gonna,
Peas. I love you.
You know, we're going to
You're
go to
so
the back
handsome.
gate and we're going to interview some people there. Then we're going to go to Rachel and we're going to interview some people there. And then we're going to go to the Alien Museum and the slash beef jerky place. And we're going to interview some people there. Then we're going to kick back and smoke some frop and then, you know, have a lunch, maybe a bottle of wine. We'll interview some more people as they get more and more disillusioned with being in the middle of fucking nowhere where
You
there is
remember
no
when
gas
Peas
station.
was gonna
nothing to
do his show?
His show, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
You don't
that?
think it's gonna happen?
When Peas' variety show was gonna happen? That
He,
was
he's changed gears and now he's going to be Hunter S. Thompson.
No, I'm still doing my show. I'm still doing my show. My show is just in pre-production still. It's going to be. It's so immensely spectacular that
yeah,
we
they're
really have to.
storyboarding it word by word.
No, this is the thing, dude. We've had to take things off the storyboard because
Syllable
it's too
by
much.
syllable.
It's too much. It's too much.
Well, you
You,
know,
can't
Reverend,
do it word
Reverend
by word.
Negative's
It's
gonna
too
do a
much. You have to
show.
break it down even further.
So we'll talk about that later. We got growing. So we got Hypercube, psychoustic weather
.com.
updates. We got Blind Eyes, and we got all kinds of stuff. I guess Peas wants to go to a song. So I guess we're gonna
I don't give a
we're gonna keep discussing whether or not to press rape charges on John Arbuckle. But where could my
That's Daddy's first
restraining order
band.
be? Now where could my restraining order be? We'll be right back. You're listening to Time for the Show, live on Freethink Radio. Say hi,
.com.
Say hi, Peas.
Hello.
Transdermal celebration, cross-side mutation in the ribs. It toppled domination and left the people running for the hills. But the mutants that I see shine the beauty unto me. I wish I could see them. Tectonic tribulation formed across the green beyond the reef.
up your own ass as usual.
That's just a waste, okay? That's why there hasn't been another Jimi Hendrix. There's only one in the whole multi-universe. Because
all of the multiverse. There's only one, and that's why there's only one piece in the whole multiverse.
Fucking piece. There's only one fucking piece at a time.
Hallelujah, brother.
Tomorrow maybe
God
I won't be the peas anymore. You never know.
He said, "You know what? Let's try this one more time."
What? There was another piece?
And that's the peas that we got. We got.
He only did that with
the one time God stepped back and said, "You know what? Maybe not." And we talked about God last week.
We got reheated peas.
You got
we got reheated peas.
Hey, did you ever have when you were a little kid? They don't make toys like this
anymore.
It was like this little tiny hot plate, and it came with these little lead fucking molds, and you would pour goop in it. And I think that's what they called it. Was like the goop machine. Yeah. And you could make these little things, and you'd peel them out, and they'd be like creepy crawl. They had a spider set. They had one that was all like monsters, scars, all kinds of shit. And you would burn the shit out of yourself making this shit, man.
Put some bag balm on it.
These were good toys.
But that's the kind of toys we had. M16s, we had those for toys.
Yeah.
Jarts.
Yeah, so
brass
what do you want
knuckles,
to play
knives.
tonight, Keys? You want to
Well, I'm just saying, I don't remember that many kids getting shot for having a pretend 38 caliber that looks really real.
No, now they just get shot for going to school. So
yeah, but the cops back then were like real cops. They weren't a bunch of sissy,
yeah, they had to.
Were like, oh my god, Carl play
back when the police had to load their muskets.
Who just like have to lift their skirt at the sight of a mouse. Oh my god,
You didn't put
86% on the
enough wadding
on the
down there, Corporal. You need to repack that.
So, Fox, you have a lot of experience prophetizing and evangelizing in the street. I've seen the videos. You're out there. You got a whole apparatus that you utilize. Do you have any points or tips?
Proselytization units? Yeah, we got.
Correct.
Those.
Do you have any points or tips that you could give your pal, the Peas, for his upcoming adventure?
You never want to play it small. You have
to wear body armor.
You have to.
Bring a towel.
You got to work your way to the front, and you can't back down.
Wear body armor.
You can't stop, and you got to let them know. You got to remind them, because
you're gonna have to call the FBI to get me over.
Are you going out there to evangelize, or are you going out there to document?
To be a martyr?
I don't know. That's
You're
such a
be
good
a martyr?
question.
I don't know. The whole martyrdom thing, it kind of requires that other people actually elevate you to the martyrdom status.
See, I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm just gonna stay at home and sit on my couch and watch Chef Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Sounds
it's not that it's
about
not
as
even
good.
safer, but it's it's probably just as angry as it would be.
Probably just as satisfying.
You're considering that anybody that does show up there, the kind of people that would show up to this event, even though
I'm hoping I can score. I'm hoping I can score some problems.
Show up to this event, Dr. Fox?
The police. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna be the. I think they're gonna be the first people you're probably gonna meet, and then after that, probably the National Guard, stuff like that.
It's just only going to escalate from there, and then maybe the army.
They actually,
and so I'm telling you, you can't back down. There, every checkpoint, Charlie, that you make it to, you're going to be patted down inside and out, left to right. And they're going to squeeze you dry. They're going to get them bits, Pete.
That's why the only thing you can smuggle in are these ideas, these corruptive ideas that they cannot find through any of these orificial searches.
Dropping the knowledge.
No, I'm telling you right now. The one guy got a permit. There's only 60 people that live in Rachel, okay? And one guy got a permit to have.
Yeah, but there's more than 60 people on the internet with nothing to do.
They're going to have bands.
They're going to decimate the town. I mean, you got like 35 people and then like 10,000 people come in. They're going to destroy the town.
Yeah, Rachel is going to be like Red Rocks when Fish shows up. It's going to suck.
Yeah, and they're not even going to have a concentration camp.
There's no gasoline.
Yeah, at least Fish has a concentration camp. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, that's called the audience.
You know,
Dude,
I
did you
would
hear
love
about
to
this?
see
Didn't that
all
guy
those
Trey
people-
one time? Didn't
Yeah.
that guy Trey one time get beat up by a biker or something because he's like a pedophile or taking pictures of?
I don't know. He probably should have.
Yep.
I mean, just
You know-
for noodling around on the guitar for
No,
that
I
long.
think
I
that's
want to punch him in
terrible.
the
It's a real
face.
thing.
If
I
people
think
went
that's a real
out to
thing.
Rachel before Peas got there and like put up pictures of Peas, but I'm
Claim
sure
that
that
he was a
I'm
pedophile,
that
sure
would
that
be
nobody's
horrible.
out there.
I would
or
have to do
even
it myself. I would have
That,
to
that
do that.
nobody could go out and. But if you're at the post office ordering boxes for Peas, just go ahead and tack him up
Shut
there
up.
next to that old picture of Osama bin Laden, because we're
Get
not
me in
taking
a
that
lot of
down. We're
trouble.
never gonna forget.
Get me in a lot
And
of
we
trouble
won't forget
with
you,
wife.
Peas. There are great moments in American history. The shot fired round the world, the shot heard round the world, that brought on a great revolution. There was the Alamo. There
wanna
was
forget that
Pearl
one.
Harbor. There was 9/11,
We'll
and
never forget.
then there was Peas at Area 51. And
Oh,
I have a
it's just so
feeling
sweet.
that gone but not remembered. Can I get a 22 in chat for Reverend Peas? Braze Bob,
Braze
22 in
Bob.
chat right now.
Ooh,
But
he's
you-
demanding like a personal army do some shit for him.
Well, that's what they are. That's the beck and call that they wait for. That's the
He's
thrill
such a talented guy. That
of
guy
being
back
in the
then,
show
unbelievable.
society, Peas. We owe them everything. We come on the show every week, whether they're here or not, just to make sure that we are enduring our
Mostly.
suffering, because it is through our agony that we are able to channel such incredible energy, primarily through the pylon array here. We can adapt the psychoustic behavior of the crystals in your resonator chambers by the entire production of the show. This entire show is a production of Don't Think. At any point during the show, if somebody is found to be thinking, well, then
We're
that
bringing in the thought police.
yeah, we're gonna crack down on that. And Peas, I think you are a great example of that. I don't know anybody more fluid.
In not thinking.
You're just so gosh
Thank you.
darn handsome. So which creepy crawlers mold? I'm sorry, what was it? The fucking iron molds for kids.
Yeah, like creepy crawlers.
Like one the
creepy
hardest one to
crawlers.
get out was like the centipede because it had all these like legs,
You want to just play
So-
creepy crawlers tonight?
and you
I think
pull
so.
it out.
Let's
See, I
just
thought we were gonna play.
You had to
space.
overpull the mold, man, and then trim it out.
Yep, that really was the only solution to it.
okay.
But then the goop was expensive, because you could goop out in a couple of days and not have any more goop, and that thing might as well be worthless. Because nobody was gonna honor your request. Hey, what do you want from the store? Can you get me some goop?
give me that goop. Give me that toy goop. Kids love goop.
Yep.
So it was fresh out of the mold. You could take it and throw it on smooth surfaces, and it would.
Thanks to the internet, kids are thrilled to play with glue now. So make sure to get your hyper glue in the store. Did you know the store's up, Peas?
Made for inhalant.
Do we sell things in it?
We do. We have things up on the store, and we'll talk about those, and we'll shoot off some blind eyes and crack in some Bam when we come back.
Okay then.
How about one of them song breaks, y'all? You're listening to Time for the Show live on Free Think Radio. We BRB FBI. Say hi, Peas.
I'm 86% till my machine reboots.
And we're back on Time for the Show live on Free Think Radio. I'm Dr. Fox. That was 20th Century Man by the Kinks. We
Personal
pumping and bumping over here at the Hypercube. The background music tonight is the soundtrack from Choo Choo Rocket, because it is the 20th anniversary of
the Super Nintendo.
Of the Super Nintendo. Exactly. And so we're jamming along with Choo Choo Rocket tonight. Those cats are crazy. So let's just make sure we got everything back up here. Running the show, running that show.
Just pressing buttons and turning large steam gauge assemblies, just cranking knobs and just keeping it running over here, keeping that data flowing.
Over in the chat, timeoftheshow.com, click the Discord button. Lord Ferg has graciously posted the links up to Hypercube Labs online store, as well as the Triology Soap store. Triology Soaps, they're a sponsor. So
get some.
We've got new stabilization decals on the way. I've ordered a new set of those. I was happy to send out those in the cube tubes and to all the people. And what's great is as I move around the city, that I see stabilization decals on cars. I see stabilization decals on drive-through order boxes. I see stabilization decals at crosswalks. And
on dogs, cats.
And what's great is if you stick them on a cat, they always, if they go the opposite direction. So stick a stabilization decal on the left side of a cat and they'll lean to the right. It's really neat. But, be gentle.
If you put one on their head, they walk backwards.
Doktor Cosmac,
put one on their feet, they fly.
One of our lead engineers here at Hypercube, along with collaborators such as Caller 23 and a plethora of other people I'm not even going to mention right now.
Save it for the Patreon.
He has created the 3D model for the Hypercube. And I've got several of them here. They're hanging from my light. They're over by the black light. They're on the shelf. And
different colors.
Doktor Cosmac seems willing to totally help supply yo ass with a Hypercube. So you can go to hypercubego.com. Let me just get the name of the website right. And head on over to the shop. And if you have reality augmentation stabilization decals and you've stuck one up, make sure to go over to the report anomalies section over at hypercubego.com. Send a picture of where you have placed your decal, and we can add it to the gallery. So, hypercubego.com. Click that. The members portal, you can go there. You can access the Hypercube Laboratory online database with educational resources to help you along with your journeyman training, and also a directory for everything else. Hypercube is growing, and it's growing faster than I really could have anticipated. Not only do we have physical memorabilia for you to cherish, new programs are coming along the way as well. Reverend Negative has already set up with Dr. Ellis. He's going to be doing a live show on freethinkradio.com, Negative at night. I believe he's looking at Thursday nights. And I'll be setting him up with a website over at subgeniuses.com. And if you want to do a podcast, he's gonna use the Hypercom. And outside of time for the show, if you want to use Don't Say Hello to do your podcast, I am more than thrilled to help you out with that. I can set you up with a blog, with the RSS engine, hosting. Dr. Ellis is always enthusiastic about more live programming on freethinkradio.com. So just let us know, and we'll put that together with you, and we'll get you going. You got a built-in system all ready to go, and it's easy. Just don't think. So get in.
Rule number 1: don't think.
Rule number 1: admit that you fucked up.
Rule number 4: don't think.
Rule number 3: don't think.
I fucked
Damn
up,
it.
Dr.
I
Fox.
fucked up
You know,
too.
it takes a big man to admit that, Dr. Cosmac.
Fucking up right now.
A large man. Ferg
a very
is just
generous man.
just a
Ferg is
Just
a
an extremely
fucking redwood.
Damn.
thick, extra cubic thick. Yeah, so check out hypercubego.com. And there's more stuff coming.
Yep.
I haven't edited last week's show because the night that I would have edited last week's show, on 2 occasions I ended up doing bonus content. So we'll put that together for you, and by we I mean I. We'll put that together for you as soon as possible. But we got pictures of pylons coming in. It looks like people are starting to get the concept. I was speaking to pylon engineer Dr. Reverend Caller 23,
Here.
gay ass PhD sub G, and we're gonna get the blueprint kit together, and I'll put that up as a free download on the store, so you can go. And we've
Yeah,
also
for that
got
we do have 3D models.
yeah.
For those of you that want a 3D print one, I saw somebody was mentioning that earlier.
yeah, and
Although I'm sorry, if you want a hypercube, what I'm thinking is that you have to go to the store for that. But the pylon should be a free STL file download.
yeah, and I'll package it up in the store so you can get all the files in one folder, and and that won't cost anything. And we'll also put we have the labels up. We have the temporary reality augmentation stabilization decals that you can print off at home, as well as stickers for Time for the Show, which if you go over to timefortheshow.com and go to blog, hit the downloads button, and you can grab the PDF with all of these awesome stickers that you can make. So get up on that. Dr. Cosmac also made X Day the Game along with a crew of other sub-geniuses, and that's available for download over at hypercubego.com.
Is it really? That's a great demo.
Yeah.
X Day, the
It's
game,
just
the demo.
like being there. You're uncomfortable the entire time, and you're only getting more frustrated.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's a great sense of incompleteness when you finish what's available.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
soundtrack really, it's just like being at X Day too.
It's the whole experience.
It's all there. So check out X Day the Game, the demo. To be completed, probably never. But that's,
But maybe we'll make another game.
yeah, well,
That's even better.
I've had an idea for a game. Maybe we can get into that in post show tonight.
Sweet.
I think we're just rolling right along. So let's
Moving along here.
check in with our handsome roving reporter. That wasn't loud enough. Come on, one
Oh,
more time.
Yep, our roving reporter.
Max Commando!
There we go.
Oh, hey,
Thank you.
Peas.
So
Hey,
we'll check in with Reverend Dr. Pease, who is getting ready to go out on an excursion into the middle of the desert again.
Good time in space.
Pease was telling me earlier tonight that he was kind of achy. Pease was kind of in a little Pease pain. He's got some problems, y'all, and it's not looking good. So
Yeah,
make
let's
sure.
Face it, let's face it, he's no spring chicken anymore.
Pease is just
You get some of those aches, you get some of those groans and pains. You move your elbow and it sounds like an old creaky ass door in a horror movie opening up.
No, man, I woke up and I fucking slept on my shoulder wrong, and I had to go spend like $100 to go to the doctor to make sure I wasn't having a heart attack, and fucking it still hurts like a motherfucker.
Because you slept on
damn
it
it.
wrong?
I don't know what I did to cause the initial pain, dude. That's what it seems like. It's happened to me before, but never so severely.
I see.
But Pease is jonesing for his pills, and
I
I think
I'm a little bit.
but I'll tell you what'll help Pease feel better.
What?
And you guys can send things to make Pease feel better, and you can send him crayons and dot matrix printer paper.
Mushroom.
You can send him boxes of
Cactus
sand.
pieces.
You can actually send
With
him boxes
cactus in
of
it?
boxes for practically no money down or ever.
Yeah, just keep paying your taxes.
Yeah, just keep paying your taxes. And Peas, when was the last time you got a set of boxes, buddy?
About 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago? And are you really about 3 weeks ago? You got some boxes?
Oh yeah, I get boxes intermittently. People love the Peas. They like to send the Peas boxes. They understand Peas' struggle against the tyranny that is, stuff.
And where can they send those boxes to, Peas?
There's a P.O. box somewhere in Florida.
Well, it's time for my favorite part of the show. It's the Blind Eye segment, where every week we choose one specific group of people that have just outshined the rest of humanity in deserving the wrath of Grodnar. And, Peas, who's your blind eye?
So, I was up in Beatty, Nevada on Monday, right?
All of Nevada is beady.
Yeah, right. But so I came across these like wild burros, and I made them. I was their king, so they made me their king. That was cool.
You crawled down into those burrows, huh, Peas?
Yeah.
No, it's
Lord of the Asses.
Just trust me. Just trust me. Oh, would not reset this PC. That's fucking a bad thing, man.
Are we catching you? Are we catching you?
No.
Your little
so,
IT work.
So
Sorry to
I had a
bother you.
beer. I had a beer and a chili, and I went out with carrots with me.
And that, yeah.
And I went to back out the Jeep. I went to back out the Jeep out of this. I'm not parallel parked. I'm like parked in the building. So I'm rolling backwards into the street, and I backed right into this lady who was going down the street, and I fucked her truck up. And there's not a scratch. And like there's some dust that I had to.
So it wasn't an
looking at
omen that you were hanging around with a bunch of burros that you were going to end ass up in somebody else's business.
Yeah. No.
Thank you.
So that
I'm
was-
listening
here's
to the
thing.
show. Over
Here's the
here,
thing.
Peas. Over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
You see us?
So the thing is, I jump on the truck. Hey, are you okay? I'm so sorry. He didn't even look. I said, listen, I did look. I just didn't see you. I don't know why, but I didn't see her. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm like, well, I'm super sorry. And
I'm
she's like,
fine.
well, it's not,
Wait. Let me get this straight.
that's
So-
good. That's not good enough.
So you have a Jeep, is that right? So you have a Jeep, and then you cause an accident, and then you say, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm fine."
No, I asked her, dude, pay attention. I asked her if she was okay. Fuck. I asked her if she was okay, and she's like, yeah. And I said, do you want me to call an ambulance or anything? She's like, no.
Have you killed again, Peas?
But she was a wicked bitch about it because it's like, you're not fucking hurt.
Oh, she
I
was
got
being
insurance.
a bitch about you hitting her with your
Right, she was, dude, because it's not like I don't have insurance. It's not like she's not going to be made whole. She doesn't have to be a fucking
Insurance
bitch about
doesn't
it.
make you whole.
Praise
Insurance
Bob.
doesn't pay for everything.
Mine
I
does.
Just got
Mine
hit
does,
by
dude.
an old lady in a jacked up pickup truck just the other day. I got hit by someone who just wasn't paying attention. It was like an 80-year-old woman in her grandson's jacked up, like totally lifted pickup truck, 4x4, whatever, like F350. And I'm sitting there at a dead standstill, and she backs into me. I'm at the gas pump.
that's what
I'm
I
actually
did.
at the gas pump, and
that's
she
what I
backed
did.
into me as I'm literally pumping gas into my car. And I was like, how much worse could this be? Like, you just totally dented up my fender. I couldn't have been more stopped than
I
was.
fucked her
I
truck
could have
up,
been
dude.
in more of a parking spot than I already was. I was at the goddamn gas pump. I'm like, how stupid do you have to be to run into me? But then I remembered, it was an F350. It wasn't a Jeep. At least it wasn't some goddamn Jeep driver.
How is the Jeep? Did it survive?
No, Jeep. Some of the dust that was on the tire got scraped off. Dude, it fucked her truck up so bad.
You
She had an Explorer Sport
left her a
Track.
little skid mark
and it-
there.
Well, she tells the cop, first of all, he just came out of a bar. And I'm like,
Yep.
I'm like,
Did you just
you
come
know,
out of a bar?
I did
Thanks,
just come
lady.
out of a bar. I did just come out of a bar, but it's like, what
So
the
she's
fuck?
not
Do you want me
lying.
to go to jail? You got a fucking dent there. Relax. So,
Relax.
and then
You're telling
I don't
me
have
to
my
relax.
I don't have my proof of insurance with me because it's on my phone, and my
Of
phone
course
won't
you don't
work
have your
'cause I'm in the
proof
middle
of
of fucking.
insurance. Of course you don't.
No, I have insurance, dude. It's just I couldn't get it because the internet was down.
Well, you have a phone, right? You didn't like take a screenshot of your insurance
Dude,
card?
yeah, I do, smartass. I do have a fucking phone, and that's what was letting me down. Download
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
PDF.
caller, keep up.
Yeah, fuck.
Sorry.
So anyway,
Anyway,
so
Christ.
the cop, he's like, "Oh, I know you." He'd like this. I was like, "What happened?" I'm like,
Oh
"Hey,
yeah, I
what
know
happened?"
peas.
I
Yeah,
know you. You're
yeah.
white.
No.
Oh yeah, you again.
No, he said it to the lady. He knows it to the lady. He says it to the lady, and I'm so fucked. I said, "Look," I said, I looked over my shoulder. I didn't see anybody. I backed out about 3 feet. And I heard this big bang, and I fucking hit her. I said, cut and dry. I admit that I hit her. I don't know why she's so upset. I offered to get her medical assistance. I called you guys to come out here. He's like, oh, just come down. She's freaking out. And I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. It was an accident. And then she's like, oh, he just came out of that fucking bar. And he's like, there's nothing wrong with him. He fucking just be quiet. Let me write the tickets out. And so anyway,
What was the bar you were at, Peas?
it's a world famous place for getting chili and a beer at in Beatty, Nevada. So I had chili and a beer.
One beer.
Now here's one
Driving
beer,
while
dude.
bloated.
One beer,
Driving
dude. If I'd have
while
been drunk,
gassing.
if I'd been drunk, they'd have hooked me up. Because trust me, she wanted me to get hooked up. She wasn't gonna be happy till I got
Peas,
hooked
a lot
up.
of us want you to get hooked up, man.
Down.
We're trying to hook
But
you
you
up
know,
right
fuck
now,
it.
Peas.
Fuck it. That's what insurance is for, isn't it?
Yep. That
I
is
mean, I
what
made a
insurance is
mistake.
for.
I made a mistake, and you could be maybe that person fucked you in your thing. I expect Geico to make her whole. That's what I pay them to do. That's why I carry the insurance I have.
Saint
I
Geico.
feel they're taking because it's like I don't want to ever talk to you again. Here's my insurance agent. Call them. Don't ever speak to me again.
Or my child.
She was
My son. No, that sounds okay, Peas. So basically, you got drunk at the bar and then you hit some woman with your Jeep and you're wondering why she's freaking out. And then the cop was all
I
like,
didn't. No, I don't want to say on the radio I
was
got
like,
drunk at a
"It's
bar
okay."
because I did not get drunk at a bar. Didn't
Yeah,
even
if there's
finish my
anything
fucking.
Peas doesn't want to say on the radio, it's this right now.
yeah, it's not his address or about how he's going to, bring down the government. He's some kind of black hat and he's also going to storm Area 51. But goodness gracious, if he had a beer before starting up his vehicle.
And nearly
No, but
engaging
that's
in
why people in
manslaughter,
Jeeps. You always wonder why people in
womanslaughter.
Jeeps
Womanslaughter.
back into their spots. This is why I found out because the Jeep form. Because now you know why people back into their spots because you can't see over the fucking tire.
Yep. Yeah, Jeeps have a lot of bad designs. I'll tell you another thing that sucks about Jeeps. The headlights, I'm sure they're great for you. But for all the rest of us, there should seriously be a standard on, the height of your headlights.
There
Because
is.
fucking Jeeps with their low beams is the highest high beam coming into my little compact car or whatever. It is so fucking bright. And then I'm like, hey, fuck you, Jeep driver, your brights are on. And
Well,
then he-
caller, it's a
and
it's
then
a
he
Jeep
really
thing. You
turns
just don't
his brights
understand,
on,
man.
And it's fucking
Think that
like
is.
a million suns are going on behind me.
It's a Jeep thing. Don't try to understand
It's
it.
a Jeep thing, exactly. Man, fuck those guys. Jeep drivers, you gotta be you can drive a Jeep if you just go in there and lower your fucking headlights, dude.
Are you turning a blind eye to Jeep drivers, Reverend Caller?
That's one of my blind eyes. Yeah, that's true. Jeep drivers and the Jeeps and then the assholes that drive them.
So once again, Peas has had a blind eye turned to him.
But on a
don't-
default, only on a
By default.
Yeah,
I don't even
exactly.
I don't
It's
even
nobody's fault but Peas.
Well, he'll apologize for that later.
Yeah, we'll get there. Speaking of later, we're edging on up on that juice. Peas, you want to stick around and do an Is It a Band?
Dude, I gotta take my pills and lay down.
Okay, so Peas is dying, everybody. So you
Oh,
want
is that where your shoulder pain came from? Getting in a
Fucking-
car accident?
I was feeling good till I started talking to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just razzing you, Peas. You're handsome. We all love you.
Just so you know.
Well, so are you
Maybe
getting,
I'll
are
be
you
the
getting
one
ready to
giving
take
you
No,
off?
I'm tapping
Peas?
out. I'm tapping out because
I'll
I
be the
All right.
actually
Well,
have some
you
shit I gotta do for
know
tomorrow.
the drill, Peas. You can't take off until you tell us what we want.
Say the magic word, Peas.
What? I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's go with that.
That's a good
That's
start.
a good start. Let's go with
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry that Kurt Cobain turned out to be a big giant pussy. I'm sorry that that when Billy Gibbons played with fucking Bob Dylan, he didn't know what any of the songs were. I'm sorry that I wasn't funnier tonight, but I was actually in quite a bit of pain, and I'd probably drank too much rums. So, well, I'm sorry that my computer didn't refix itself. That means I'm still being pwned by somebody. And I guess that's, I should have more things to be sorry about, but
You got a couple more.
I got a couple more things to
Got
be
like
sorry
4
about.
more minutes.
Yeah, 2 couples more. Come on, Peas.
I'm sorry that
It's actually longer than the show itself. Going.
I'm sorry that the Area 51 thing is going to be taking up a lot of my time, but you guys, it'd be a super awesome show. I didn't know that you could just do a show by hooking up in that one room. Maybe I'll do my show soon. If you could just go in that room and just do it, and people are going to produce it for you. I didn't know there was a deal like that, so I'm sorry for not knowing about that sooner. Probably could have done the show, the Peace show, sooner if I'd have known that, but I didn't know it, so I'm sorry for not knowing it. I'm sorry that Argus Fox smoked some cigarettes today.
I sure the heck did.
He did. He smoked the hell out of them. That's what he
Cancer.
does. But I'm going to actually take some codeine or whatever they put in these pills and lay down and go to bed.
Peas sipping up on that lean.
Yep. Gin and juice, motherfuckers.
Well, we're going to go to a
Nighty-night,
song break.
Peas.
When we come back, we'll play Is It a Band? And I don't know. What do you want to do? You're listening live on freethinkradio.com. This is Time for the Show.
So sorry. Please accept my apology. But love was blind, and I was too blind to see. Sorry.
You're listening to Time for the Show, a production of Hypercube Laboratories. Visit us at hypercubego.com. This show is made in part with freethinkradio.com. Shoutouts to Dr. Ellis and Martha Artha. Of course, cannot do this show without their aids. We also can't do it without more aids. We have so many more aids that we need to go through, but I have to verify a device, and they want me to read things off. So let me see how many Patreonies and members of the show society I can name. Of course, there's Doktor Cosmac, there's Dr. Scalpod at the AstroTurf level. Let's see my potassium level members. That should be Couch Sloth, Caller 23, and Apostasy X Fenord. Cool Ranch, but now AstroTurf, YB Dobbs. We got Couch Sloth, Scalpod, I think at the AstroTurf level, along with Hazel of the Windmill should be at AstroTurf level. Honorary Potassium member Guru Drew for his one-time PayPal donations to money@hypercubelabs.com. Don't send it there. We gotta move that. Regular contributor of the show, Agent Lloyd, making memes and always sharing stuff on Facebook. New Hypercube collaborator and AstroTurf member, Reverend Negative. And then, if I remember, there was Henry Hastur and Elvis Martini were one-timers, and Jitney Frecour should still be down to one level, along with $2 level Cat Feather and Reverend 80. So that should be the Patreons this week.
That's a lot of them.
And if I missed you, well then I fucked up. But we get we get our aid from that, and this
It's a lot of AIDS.
the aids that, as ridiculous as it seems, we pay for hosting, and we gotta keep the lights on, which is already a duty enough for a Hypercube engineer. But just that beefy internet, just that big thick slice of bandwidth that we require. That is a dent in the old Hyper wallet, if you know what I'm saying. So we appreciate everything that you guys do for us, from the dollars that you contribute to sharing the posts. It really does keep the show alive, and we can't do it without you. We'll try, but we're succeeding because we've made it this far. Triology soaps.
Get some.
Get some of that Triology soaps, TRIOLOGY soaps.com. It's like biology plus one. And that's it's an exercise in itself. But check out those Dobbs head bars that we got there. You can always check out. Might as well. It's just the shout out show at this point. Shout out to the Reverend Stang and Princess Wee for having us on the Hour of Slack several times. Time for the show segments, including entire episodes, have aired on the Hour of Slack, and that is where a good bit of the show society has come from, is people that heard us on the Hour of Slack. So of course, thank you to them, and the rest of the Subgenius radio crew, like the Puzzling Evidence show, Dr. Hal, off the top of my head, Susie's Bob's Slacktime Funhouse, which you can still find online. And
praise Susie.
Praise Susie the Floozy, absolutely. And I have an Ed Hardy Flint. I don't. It sounds like the worst name, because it says Ed Henry. I screwed that up. I fucked up. I need my
good work.
Okay, I'm gonna get one for I fucked up. Don't worry, it's coming. Ed Henry Flynn.
Just don't think.
And I have an original piece of art from him given to me by Dr. Crash of Susie the Floozy. And
who's Art Harvey?
And you can find his work here. He's a nice boy. Check it out. You can join the Church of the Subgenius at subgenius.com. This is Hypercube Labs. We are a militant Subgenius outpost. We are the research and development arm of the church. We are actively engaging in a scenario to bring about the end times. Gotta say, we're not entirely separatists, but we're no evangelicals, if you dig what I'm saying. We're gonna kill him. So
at the same time, though, this ain't no Reformation Bob.
Yeah, this is Bob Classic. You know what I'm saying? This is Bob Classic. Bring it on. And you can learn more about what we're doing over at hypercubego.com and start applying Don't Think philosophy to your lifestyle to bring Slack onto you. And we want you to, kill your idols, Scalpod. Eat your parents. Knock them out. Stick to it.
Rule number 2.
And we'll make it happen. You wanted that cyberpunk dystopian future. Well, guess what? The internet's about to be owned by Walmart, and you're going to be packing boxes for Prime members in Australia. So get ready. It's here. Start lining the insides of your jacket with electrical tape and glue some motherboards to your forehead. Go trip down an escalator. but trip down the up one. Suffering is eternal. My blind eye tonight was people with with ironic depression. I can't do that. Sorry, I can't do that. I'm just too sad today. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those guys right off the bat just whew, gone. But that was the last part of the show with everything else. And that was the shout-out portion of the show that everybody's sitting around for. Reverend Negative said he wanted to play Is It a Band?
Yeah, what everybody's waiting for is It a Band?
And Ferg is here. If anybody else wants to play, I know we don't have Peas here tonight, but we do have Scalpod here. So because I have Scalpod and Cosmac, I have to ask who's officiating tonight. That's the first question.
Cosmac is the ump. If you would
Cosmac
like
is
me
the
to
ump.
play, I'm happy to play.
Well, we've been experimenting with the panel format, and to be honest, I was kind of enjoying
Teams?
it.
We're gonna play teams?
I was liking it, but we could do one-on-one tonight. I think that it's manageable with the player
Traditional.
base that we have. Yeah, traditional style.
Tradition.
Let's
is
let's
strong.
see how we're doing. We had a couple of weeks, and we'll go for some points. So, Scalpod, are you playing tonight?
Sure, I'll play.
Scalpod is playing, or Reverend Negative, do you
Ferg
read?
is playing.
Yep.
I
Got
need to
your
know
ears
as
on out there?
the scorekeeper here,
Okay.
the archivist, as it were.
Ferg, are you playing tonight?
We got
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ferg's in, and we can hear him great tonight.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Sounding
Yeah.
good.
That's
Cosmac's
good.
officiating. Caller 23, are you playing?
we have no P's
yeah,
though.
yeah, I'm in.
P's is gone.
I'm in.
No peas.
Okay, caller
No
23 will be playing for Peas.
Cosmac's Commando!
Wait, now
Wait, no, he can
Now,
play as
wait.
himself.
is caller 23 playing for himself or P's? This is an important distinction.
Cosmac immediately knocked down. He's playing for himself, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna.
Or
do
he
that.
can play as peas, but he can't do both.
That's right.
Wait, now
Come
I'm
on.
confused. Who
One
am
or
I
the
actually
other.
playing as?
You
As
can
the
play
archivist,
as
I need to
Peas
know.
for Peas, or you can play as yourself for yourself.
It's like as the Skeksis, we all have an assigned role, and as the archivist, I need to know.
Well, if
Yeah, that was two different
if it
people
only
doing
counts for
Zexes.
Peas if I play as Peas.
Yeah.
Like as Peas right now is basically just doped up on pills.
Well, we
So-
got to check the fridge.
So
I
I'd
can
have
get
to
you some
fall
of those
asleep
crazy
on
pills if you want, but
Yeah, look in the cookie jar.
the good pills, the good ones.
Yeah,
I
the
only
ones.
want
good,
good
bad,
In
it's
fact,
all the same.
just
pills.
eat one of
Eat
the
the
cookies.
Yep.
Yeah.
the cookies have pills in them.
No, I'm gonna play.
Yeah, you think
as
those are
myself
M&Ms,
this
but
time. I'm
they're
gonna
not
Scalpod,
M&Ms.
I'm playing as myself.
Okay.
That's all there is to it.
Caller 23.
You're playing as yourself?
Yep. I just don't have it in me to impersonate Peas. Once
Well,
I
don't-
found out that he drove a
I
Jeep,
certainly don't blame you.
Well, it's
Nice.
okay.
I was like,
he
oh
was
man,
fine.
you drive a Jeep?
Okay, so the players tonight are Dr. Fox, caller 23,
Yeah.
Reverend Ferg, Reverend Negative. Is Reverend Negative in the
Reverend
room?
Negative?
Yeah.
And
I can't hear
Scalpod,
him, but he wants
our
to play.
own friend Scalpod.
We'll
He
get
chimed
Reverend
in.
Negative
He
in there,
chimed
too.
in. We could hear.
Okay. Okay, good deal.
All right. So shall I ring that bell?
Go ahead and please push the button and ring the
I
bell.
pushed
Hells
the button
yeah.
and rang the bell.
Okay. Hypothetical band number 1, Dragons on Acid.
That's not a band.
You're not asking.
Wow.
That is the question.
That's not a band.
You've played this
Is it
game
a
long
band,
enough. You
Dr.
know how
Fox?
it works.
That's I mean, come on. I feel like that has been slapped on at least 30 different t-shirts at some point. But was it for a band? Dragons on Acid. Man, like some sort of fucking hair metal band with like Koopa shells on their backs. Oh god. It's aggravating. Dragons on Acid. Yeah, that's a band. That's a no.
Okay.
No. I got it. That's it. That's
Yeah, lock
sorry.
it
We
in.
took off last
Lock it in.
week. Sorry.
Pazalak. You are down for
You
yes.
say Dr. Fox says it is a band. That's a positive response. All right.
Howard says yes. My wife says it's EDM. Yeah, absolutely. Who's next?
Caller 23, you're up.
I'm getting a beer.
Well,
Dragon
you know,
on Acid.
Dragons on Acid. It's got not exactly alliteration, but it's got the right number of syllables. I could see it getting written out on t-shirts and everything else like that, whatever.
It's got
I'm
good
struggling
flow.
to think of what kind of music it would actually be as well. I'm thinking it would probably be like more like some kind of fantasy, like 70s, like psychedelic.
It'd be like
Psychedelic
industrial
rock.
psychedelic.
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
the new Tool
But
album,
I'm just
Dragons
not, yeah.
on Acid.
And so I'm not seeing them like actually operating band.
Well, the question
camp or
isn't is it an album? The question is it a band?
I'm gonna go with no. It is not a band because they probably are never actually got onto like Bandcamp or whatever. They're like,
Okay, so caller 23 says not a band.
they're just
Ferg, are you reading?
It should be a band. I agree with Fox on that. But does life give us that as a band? I'd say not. It's not a band.
Oh, that's a yes.
Locked.
Yeah, hold on. Locked in.
Locked in. There we go.
Got it.
That was a very confused answer.
Reverend Negative.
I'm a very confused engineer.
Well, it's a confusing time for all of us. Reverend Negative. Dragons on Acid. Is it a band?
I see his light lighting up, but I'm not hearing him.
It's like, yeah, I can see him
Check that volume.
blinking, but I can't
volume's
hear
all the
him
way
talking.
Up. Volume's all the way up on our end.
Me either. I thought it was just me, but I can't hear him. Reverend Negative.
Reverend Negative.
If you can hear us, throw your answer in for the text and then reset.
Throw it in the
then
chat
restart
and then
Discord.
disconnect, reconnect. Yeah, go
Yeah.
through the
Try unplugging and replugging your
like his
telephone
answer is
line.
yes.
Exactly.
He says,
IT
yes, it is a
default
band.
solution number 1. I'm gonna have him down for a
Okay.
yes.
Positive response from Reverend Negative. Scalpod.
You know, I'm gonna have to also go with the yes, and here's why. Because DOA as your initials, Dragons on Acid. That's just like it's just too.
I didn't even think of
It's
that.
too painfully
Yeah.
good. How could I say no to that? Put me down for a big ol' yay.
all right. Are you
I'm
locked
gonna
in?
put myself down for a
Locked
big
it
ol'
in.
yay.
Okay,
Nice.
well, I can reveal Dragons on Acid is not a band.
Oh.
Believe it or not, that one was submitted by Reverend Sin Faltimus ex Mortis, but
Really?
no, not a
Good
band.
one. Good one, man.
Alas.
That's like the first submission I think we have had from him in official league play.
Possibly so. Possibly so.
It was
I certainly don't remember
great
it.
first round. Great
Nice.
first
That
round.
was a great submission.
Reverend Negative, do your read. You got your ears on, buddy. Still not reading you, man. We heard him earlier.
Yeah, I know. He's got to turn up.
Quit
the volume
leaning on
his
that
end.
mute button,
It's some
man.
software setting that it's in your Windows control panel.
Welcome to Time for the Tech Support. I'm Dr. Fox.
Yep.
I'm not in India.
We're live on the radio.
Call now
Can you-
with your home computer problems.
Please eject the CD drive and then re-push it in.
Hey,
But
can you
don't
hear me
push
now?
on the
Yes,
button. Push the
yes,
button.
yes.
There he is.
There you
There
go.
he
Welcome back
is.
to the show.
Ah, see, it worked.
Fantastic,
Anecdote time.
fantastic.
We were at Hypercube.
For a second there, I thought Leo Laporte had taken over the show, and I'm sure glad that we're back to Dr. Fox.
We were at Hypercube Labs 2.0, and it was when Reverend 80 was here, Doktor Cosmac was here, Fitzhuli was here, and we were watching Official Denial, which we've spoken about on the movie in the chat before.
The
And I
alien
need to do a
autopsy.
review on that one, because Christ almighty, why haven't I?
Exactly.
But in the movie, the guy, our hero, our brooding protagonist, comes forward, and the pretty girl is having a trouble with her computer, and he's like, yeah, this is what you do. And then they move on, and they're like, you got to stop talking about being abducted by aliens. And I stop the tape, and I turn around and go, okay, what problem did the pretty girl have? And all of them at the same time said she had a dual density disk and a single density drive. And I was
Yeah,
like,
well,
you guys,
that'll happen.
that was-
I mean, come on, classic
each
example.
of the at like the exact same time. And you guys are just forever just goddamn nerds. So I'm glad we can have time for the tech support tonight. All right, anecdote over. Round 2.
Moving on to round 2. Yes, after that lovely,
Leo Laporte has closed the door.
that wonderful floppy disk.
Somebody call
anecdote.
Chris Perillo. I miss him.
The screensaver's tangent is over.
You're watching Hypercube 4. We're gonna read the forums live. Oh my god.
See, you and I, Doc Fox,
Oh my
we're old
God.
enough to
We
remember
read
when
the
the floppy disks were actually floppy.
Floppy, and they were 5 1/4 inches in size. No.
5 1/4.
Well, as you go back in
The old,
time, they get bigger and bigger until you're dealing with
Yeah.
these gigantic
40/40s.
platters. But
you
anyway,
guys are old. Yeah.
Hazel,
round-
Tell me all about it.
round
Come on,
2.
round
With
2.
those memes.
Ring the bell.
Thank you.
Here it is. The name of the hypothetical band, Mrs. Slocum's Pussy.
Mrs.
Mrs.
And
How does
RS.
Mr. Slocum
She's a
feel
married
about
woman.
this? Mrs.
She's a married
Slocum.
woman.
Okay, thanks to
I've actually
Scalpod
known
pointing out
real-
DOA. I took this round 2, and I tried to dissect this, and this immediately screams.
Hyper-analyzing.
This screams Reverend 80. I know he had to have submitted this. He had to have.
It
But
does sound like
Mrs.
it, yeah.
Slocum's Pussy. We need.
If you've ever actually known I've known some in real life.
I imagine
that is their surname, the Slocum.
80 has to have programmed a band name generator by now with his
He is a
specific
band name
verbiage.
generator.
He is a band name
Programmed it. What are you
generator. He doesn't
talking
need to
about?
do it exactly. What's one step above artificial intelligence? I don't know.
Autogenius intelligence.
Christ almighty. Because it's specific. It's very specific. And the misses. I don't know. It's funny. That's a good one. And I would believe it's a band. But I don't know how many other people are going to have come up with that same grouping. And I'm going to say no. I'm going to vote nay.
Megatron.
Okay, Dr. Fox says not a band. Caller 23.
Locked
Mrs. Slocum's Pussy.
Mrs. Slocum's Pussy. I mean, I also agree with Dr. Fox that this is probably a Reverend 80 submission. I mean, Slocum, Mrs. Pussy, and then even with Aster 6 posting this thing that it's like, oh, I had to thaw out my pussy before I came. Anyway, I'm gonna go with no. There's just no way. Like it would be hard to make merch. It would be hard to get booked anywhere. It'd be hard to do anything because the name is just so.
Okay, lock it in.
To nature. So yeah, lock me in as a negatory. Locked in.
All right. 2 negative responses. Ferg.
I need a sticky note with all of my cart numbers.
Hell yeah. Yes, that's a band.
Ferg, you're going to mix it up on us?
Yep, lock it
Yeah.
in.
Ferg says it's a band.
Well, I got to lose. I'm in the lead.
Vote of confidence there. Reverend Negative.
Yeah, well, I want it to be a band. There's no way. Like the spelling and everything that comes around it. There's no way it's a band, but I want it to be a band. So I'm gonna have to say.
Oh, it cut out there at the end.
Yeah, cut out at your answer.
We didn't hear your response.
No.
No. Confirming no on Reverend Negative.
Another negative response.
No, Reverend Negative said no.
Right, a
It's not a
negative
double
response
negative.
from Reverend Negative.
It's not
Which
a
was
double
a no.
negative.
Oh.
It does not equal a
But it
yes.
isn't a double
No.
negative.
No.
Strangely
Which didn't-
enough.
Okay, but you
Even though
got
it
it.
kinda
It
is.
is a single
I always
We have
win.
it, we
from
have it
Rev
notated
negative.
as a no. Reverend Scalpod.
You know, as much
Mrs.
as I love
Slocum's
it,
Pussy.
as much as I love it, and I actually have known an actual in IRL Mrs. Slocum. And as much as I would love for this to be true, I'm gonna have to go no as well.
You
I'm sorry.
okay? Before I lock you in, I want to so you know a Mrs. Slocum.
Well, when I lived in the sleepy hamlet of Casper, Wyoming, there was a bar there owned by the Slocum's family that was called Slocum's, and so I did know the actual Mrs. Slocum, and she was a fine woman of good, upstanding moral character.
Mm-hmm. And she had a cat.
Yeah. And although I even played at this, but Slocum's Underground was the name of the bar, and I did play there with bands of one stripe or another. I just can't go for it. I'm sorry.
So another negative. Lock it in. Well, I can reveal that 4 of you said it wasn't a band, and 4 of you were right. Mrs. Slocum's Pussy is not a band.
Yay!
As I was very surprised. I actually came up with this one myself.
Wow.
Really?
I'm impressed.
I thought it would be an amazing.
This is the rare
I
one
thought
you
for sure it would have to be some kind of punk, like, you know, British post-punk
Yeah, it would definitely be punk, British punk
thing, but it wasn't, and I was so disappointed. Someone out there, if you're listening, please,
you can have
know
that
what to
one.
do. You need to make this band happen.
Yes.
So yes, Mrs. Slocum's Pussy, not a band.
If you need to ask if you're being served,
then
Are you being served?
Is there you gonna give us a punchline, Scalpod, or that was it? That was the joke.
I got it. It was a good one.
All right.
I got more.
Hey, stop it! That hurts.
don't ring his bell, just ring the bell.
All right.
Ring Mr.
Round
Slocum.
3. With caller 23 needing only one more point to win the game.
Yes, he's in the lead.
Oh, really?
Round 3 is
one for everyone else.
The hypothetical band name, Dr. Fox, is Dummy Bears. Dummy Bears. Is it a band?
Oh, I love
This
that
is contemplative. Because Caller could win the game. It's 11:23 p.m. I mean, I don't want him to even be close.
23.
This is not
Drag it
good.
out. Drag it out.
But I mean, yeah, that's got to be a band. That's got to be several bands. There's got to be DJ Dummy Bear. There's Dummy and the Bears. There's Sour Dummy Bears.
Interesting.
World's largest Dummy Bears. The incredible
Black Forest
The Incredible
Dummy Bears.
Crash Dummy Bears.
As an aside, I'm going to turn a
Haribo
blind
Dummy
eye this
Bears.
week to those gigantic gummies. Like, any gummy that big is just
The,
revolting.
the, the
Yeah.
5 pound, 7
and the
pound
people
Dummy
who
Bears.
manufacture such things deserve to have an airplane flown into
I would
them.
agree
Anyway,
with you, but
Novelty
you don't want to.
edibles.
You don't want to crawl up.
The thing is
inside
you would
it.
fly the airplane into their headquarters, but their headquarters
so
is
your
also
answer,
made out of
Dr.
gummies,
Fox.
so that the airplane would just smack into it and it just wobbles and it just
How
gets stuck in the
revolting.
building.
How
like,
awful.
Like a big banana in a
Wait,
Jello
what?
mold.
So, Dr. Fox, you say Dummy Bears is a band. Is that your answer?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Noted.
Positive lock.
Caller 23. Dummy Bears.
I'm gonna have to agree. This is just too good, and it's simple enough that people have figured it out by now. This is definitely a band somewhere.
Solid
Locked
lock.
in. Reverend Ferg.
What did caller 23 go with? Didn't quite hear it.
We have
I
two
said
yeses
yes,
at this
it is
point.
a band.
We have 2 yeses.
Sure, just follow
Dummy
along.
Bear. Dummy Bear.
Don't
Nah,
bother making your own decision.
I would
Is that
say
that the
no.
next soap? If it's not a band,
It's
you
gonna
have-
be a
you
soap.
have
Gotta
to
make
do
it a
Dummy
soap,
Bear
yeah.
soap.
Fair enough.
All right. So what'd you say, Ferg?
That's a definite no.
No.
He's playing the game. He's playing to
Huh.
win.
Okay. Reverend Negative. Dummy
Yes.
Bears.
You're locked into Dummy Bears and the Gummy Bears. Yes, it is a band. Of course it is.
It's
There's
not.
no
No,
way
it's
that
not Dummy Bears and the Gummy Bears. It's just Dummy Bears. Full stop.
Okay, well, Dummy Bears.
How do you spell full
Sorry, I
stop?
got
Is that
excited.
2 words?
It's spelled with F-U-L-H
SU and then a bunch of other stuff.
S-T-A-R-R-L-P.
Mein Führer stop.
But
Long
anyway,
way around it. It is a band.
Is Dummy Bears a band? You say it is a band.
Yes.
Okay, lock it in.
Locked in.
And finally, Scalpod.
As much as I love it, I think I'm gonna side Ferg on this. I think I'm gonna go no.
Okay.
I'm gonna be contrarian.
Negative answer from Scalpod. I can now reveal that Dummy Bears is, of course, a band.
naturally.
At least one that I
At least
found.
one, yeah. If
Oh,
you keep
of course,
searching,
at
I
least
bet
one.
you'll
There's
find,
probably
like,
a
couple
million
more.
variations on it.
Yeah, let's just.
As Dr. Fox mentioned, I only looked up dummy bears, but as he said, there's probably like dummy and the bears or something like that.
Sour dummy bears.
Yeah, here's an article
Oh,
in
it's bad.
New Noise magazine.
Well, I won't be a sour loser.
Oh
bear.
yeah, Dummy Bears with their album
Zing.
Oobleck. Yeah,
It's bad.
clever.
Oobleck. Ah,
Cornstarch
that
and
stuff
water. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
So slimy.
So this means, of course, that Caller 23, you have won the game.
All right.
RC
All right.
23.
Congratulations
For yourself.
with
That's what I like to
Dr.
hear.
Fox and Reverend Negative putting in a respectable second place.
Ah, yeah.
Well, do we? You want?
Bravo to my favorite
You got one
soda.
more? You want to do a bonus
Ferg and
round?
Scalpod, you don't get any applause. Please do
You're
not
fine.
do not
We
give
don't,
them
we
any.
don't deserve it. It's fine.
No.
It's fine.
Did you have any more on the list?
Now,
for tonight?
who came up with Dummy Bears as a
Yeah,
submission?
yeah,
I
who
need
came
to know
up
for
with
the
it?
archives.
Dummy Bears was.
Googled.
It's not noted, so it must have been one of mine.
Okay. Good
Unless
one.
otherwise
Good one,
noted.
Dr.
All right.
Cosmac.
Very good.
Did
Very
you have
good.
any more?
Well, the game's over.
You want to
That's
throw
it.
one more?
That's
off?
all the that's all the band you get.
If
Oh,
are we
man,
trying to
that-
fill time? Do we need like an
Oh,
extra
we're not.
3 minutes?
We're totally like riding up into.
Time is an illusion.
This is there's
Just
it's
hurry
just
up
time
and
for the
wait.
show.
Just wait.
It's just time for the show.
Well, it
But-
seems a little silly to use up precious band names when
Yeah.
we're not
Oh,
actually
yeah,
playing.
We don't have like
Tapping those
Oh, yeah,
like,
because
this
they're
is not like an
valuable.
infinitely.
Well, I
resource
put
or
a
anything.
well, I did.
And I am planning out an interesting special topic for the next time I adjudicate here. So
Well, I threw some in the Is It a Band room the other day,
Yeah,
Yes, we have
everyone
a
has
wealth
to promise
of
not to
new
look them up.
names.
and so what I'll
The
do is I'll,
problem with throwing them into the channel, though, is that anybody can.
Right, it's better to send them
submissions. You need to send them
directly
directly
to
to
either
one of
Scalpod
us.
or me. Not both of us. Only one of us.
Yes.
they want
just
yeah,
one.
okay,
Pick
they want to
one,
maintain
pick
the
your favorite
integrity of the band.
Pick
Yes.
exactly.
So we
We're
need
all
to
about
change. We need to
integrity.
change
Who
the
play
top
the game,
of the
use the honor system.
band names. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've been
You need
using
to
the honor
change the
system
room
the
Is
whole
it a
name
time.
band? The Is It a
Was
Band
band.
channel
I
is
could be
great. It's
typing it up
hilarious.
after you tell me.
I love
You
it,
know,
but
I could
you
pull
gotta
it up on my
know
phone. I could cheat while we
For
That would
play.
legal
defeat the purpose of
purposes.
the game, though. That would really
Exactly.
Just, like,
We could have been cheating the whole time, and the only person that did was Peas. So,
Exactly.
Well, that goes without saying. So why did you say it?
Was it
just as a
Peas?
start, because
Peas?
never
That was
forget.
cheating?
Never forget.
Never
So,
forget.
okay, we'll go to
Never-
a
and
song,
never not
and
say.
when we come back, don't say hello. Listening to Time for the Show.
Exactly. And don't say your Is It a Band submission in the channel.
It's official. Don't do that.
Don't.
Oh, fine. You're fine. Very.
And Hypercom re-engage.
Midway.
Time for the show.com.
Re-engage.
We are rolling now. Well, that was a riveting band of Is It Around? And
I
I
liked
had
it.
quite a
Oh,
game
so I
time with the
hear,
good.
What I hear is that I'm now officially tied in second place with Fid for the season.
Now that Fid is no longer playing, Caller
Yeah, it's kind
has
of a
tied
shoo-in,
with him,
right?
and he is hot on your heels, Dr. Fox.
Yeah, I'm coming for you.
Just how hot on his heels is he?
Because the thing is,
Well, he doesn't
He's
wear
like
shoes.
he's
so
like a
it's not
shoehorn
difficult.
down the back of his shoes. I mean, he's like right there on
Yeah, Fid,
literally up
Well,
against this
I just wanna-
like a
I just
heated
wanna point out one
shoehorn that
thing.
was held up against an acetylene torch and
Ow.
stuck down the back of his shoe.
That sounds
know
really
why?
painful.
That the other day he went to the
Mercury.
zoo and a camel asked him for a drink of water.
That's the sound.
Anyway.
That is the sound of Fid Chuli's bones. And yeah, he doesn't wear shoes, so it's not hard to get a leg up
Fichuli's
on him.
bones, like he just has wasted away to nothing. I mean, I knew he was thin, but good lord.
yeah, he's.
Well, no, that's just like the sound of him sitting down.
Didn't we get that
Yeah, that's
emergency
just the sound-
sandwich to him? I
that's
thought
the
we
sound
sent
of
out
him
that
weaving.
emergency sandwich.
Here's the sound of Fid Chuli getting a tattoo. That's Fid Chuli getting.
I thought it was the sound of like someone etching into glass or
the Fid
like
bone connects
sandstone.
to the Chuli bone. Chuli bone connects to the fid bone.
Yep, and that's all
Yep,
the
and
bones
then
there
the
fit.
fid bone resonates at a frequency.
There's just the 2 bones.
Yeah.
He's only got 2 bones.
And
The top one and the bottom one.
Yeah, and the large one is definitely the head.
You can only tell which is which. Well, actually, you can't tell.
You kind of can't. He's like one of those bugs that you look at him one way and it looks like you look at him and you can't tell which side his head is, which direction he's moving. That's
It's
how
an
he escapes
evolutionary
predators.
defense
That's how he
mechanism.
escapes like eagles and red-shouldered hawks and shit that keep coming after him. I don't know if you've seen those pictures of like the vulture just sitting there waiting
For Fid.
for Fid.
Yeah.
And Fid's all curled up high with drumsticks in his hand.
Have you checked your Chuli today?
He's got like no energy. He's got like 3 calories to spare. And he's like, I'm going to go play the drums.
It's okay.
Just the one drum?
That's all he's got energy for, just the one.
Like, seriously, this guy is like counting calories. He's like, how many calories do I have left today? How many are in my body?
You're like, hey, can we get a drum roll? He's like, I've only got 30 calories left, so you
Don't
can
need
get
him
30
anymore.
drum
I only
beats.
got
That's
2.
it.
Got the Vidionics sound effect mixer right here.
Praise the Vidionics.
Praise Vidionics.
What other sounds does it do?
All kinds. We got
a bunch of stuff.
It does anything you could possibly need in a special effects movie.
You really need a post-it note, Dr. Fox. You need
If
to
you want to do
upgrade
like
to
a
the
sincere,
post-it note
heartfelt film, a dramatic, Academy Award-winning piece, it's of no use to you. But if you want to do anything else, you are covered.
Oh, there we go.
You really need to get Dr. Fox. You really need to find yourself the matching Vidionics title generator.
I know.
As a video nerd, I'm sure you already know all about
I know,
this.
yeah, and they're great, and they're not too hard to come by. In fact, friend of the show, Joshua Rogers, Dr. Hambox, over at Illuminated Paths, Melbourne, Florida. Check that out. The album I'm on with Titan, TTN, you can get that on Illuminated Paths.
Praise Titan.
You can buy an audio cassette copy of it.
Yes. Can you? Is the Titan album on cassette yet?
I don't know. Did he put
Can
it on
you?
CD?
It's I know
thought
that
most of the stuff he released was on cassette.
I bought a Titan album, and then
like
later I found a joint in.
Praise Titan.
Yeah,
I
that's
bought a
awesome
Titan album and it
copy.
was beamed directly into my brain while I slept, and it was amazing.
That's what they do.
Praise Titan.
They're great, but yeah, I did.
No, I really love that guy too because he is the old analog, like tape aficionado. He's one of those guys that it's like that's a culture that's dying out, and I appreciate still seeing it a little bit alive. Josh Rogers, is that right?
Yeah, very great, and he's keeping cassettes alive. But he does live visuals as well, and he's done live visuals for several Hypercube performances.
Oh yeah.
And he uses the Tachyons Plus video effects system, which is a completely analog system. That
Tachyon, so you can like do time travel stuff. You can like
that's
show
the
stuff
idea.
from the past,
Tachyons Plus.
and you think you're seeing a recording, but it's the actual
That's just the inside of
broadcast
the building. They
from
have it
that
painted
time.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, these aren't your daddy's Tachyons. These are Tachyons Plus. They're
These
extreme and
tachyons are not
cool.
like your wood
Ionized.
paneling in the basement tachyons. These are the tackiest of the
It's a hip new Tachyon for the
And they're
2020s.
incredibly tacky. Trust me, they are the tackiest of ons. But those use Vidionics chipsets, and a lot of retro gear gets utilized into those. And it's equipment that gets used at, it's been used at 9 Inch Nail concerts. It's been used at, I forgot what the last one was, some music festival. Kraftwerk.
8 Inch Nail concerts.
that
Kraftwerk
when
utilized
Kraftwerk
it,
was
so
going
that
around,
was
yeah.
and that was great. And so Josh has some of that equipment, and the guy that makes the equipment is also here in Florida. He's up in the Jacksonville area. He's a little bit more private, but yeah, check out Tachyons Plus equipment. When I was in high school and I was taking the TV production course, we had the we had the character generator, and we had the old, it was a standalone
Video
unit.
toaster.
Yeah, well, it was more advanced than Video Toaster, but it was less effective than Video Toaster. Because at least with Video Toaster, you could apply like some crazy real-time effects and stuff like that. This was really simple. And, I use put it in like a graphing calculator and map out where things on the screen would go. And I miss that. Reverend Negative, you're coming in about 38 by 47 there.
There seems to be a gaseous robot calling in.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Reverend Fridge Lord is
Sorry about that, y'all.
You're welcome.
Something I ingested
Reverend
earlier was
Fridge Lord?
disagreeing with me.
Yeah, you might not have been here for that episode. But yeah, I got a professional write-up. Some magazine somewhere with somebody that they pay to review music reviewed the Titan album, and it basically came down to pretty nice album. Dr. Argus Q. Fox, interesting, not what we expected, not really what we're looking for. I forget exactly how they put it, but yeah, I got my first write-up.
Yep.
That's far
great.
better than the best comment that Normal Gene has received through YouTube, which was fantastic. I don't know if she'll want me to read it to you now, but
Read it.
I'll have to get her permission, but it was amazing.
We'll amass that permission, and we'll read YouTube
P.T.
comments
Barnum,
live.
there's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah, well, tell that to Jared from Subway.
Okay, I have her permission. We're not sure exactly which music video it was that she had posted, but the best comment ever was someone who said to her, "Nice try, cunt chops."
Cunt chops. Wow.
So top that, y'all.
That's
That's
a nice
just
one.
an internet comment, though. That wasn't published in a magazine. Was it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was
YouTube's
your
like a
typical
magazine.
YouTube
It's a
comment.
periodical.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a
read it when I'm on the
periodical, as
toilet.
in like
It's
it's
a
a big period
pedantic
that has just
periodical.
bled out all over the internet, and just everybody's just walking around and smothered in period blood and leaving their opinion.
Oh yeah,
Period blood.
Aster6 has posted the review. God is in the TV, zine.co.uk. And they go here, recent years Orlando's underground scene. With Dr. Argus Q on vocals. Okay, all right, yeah. And where was it down here? Just the good part, the part where they talk about me. The vocal delivery does let it down, and instead of Smith's trademark biting snarl, Dr. Argus Q. Fox sounds sarcastic and at times sardonic. That's it. That's all I get. And
That's not so bad.
it's not so bad, but here's the thing. I had maybe heard the song once 20 years ago, and they're like, we're going to do a cover of this song. And 2 weeks later, we were recording it, and I hadn't even rehearsed it with them. And so they had already recorded their version of the song, and I only know, like, the version, the regular version. We haven't even played it together, and we recorded it. So, of course, it was going to let
You
down.
can justify all you want, but in
I
reality,
want
there's
another
nothing to
take.
be ashamed of, Dr. Fox.
Well,
you know what's better than
Well, I'm not
perfect?
ashamed of it, because if you catch
tell
the
you what's
live
better than
performance that I
perfect
posted
is
on
actually just
Facebook
freaking
when we
done.
performed at the Iron Cow, that was good. I was happy with that performance, and I would be happier with
Didn't that one get written up in the Orlando Weekly?
Yes, along with Danny Feedback and Bobby Clock and a whole other crew of people that were there, all with illuminated pads for that amazing event.
They just had that Danny Feedback, Bobby Clock
Tribute
benefit
show
Yeah,
last Friday night.
it was this week. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
so-
last week now. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it out to it, but I heard it was killer. And maybe that's not the best phrase to use,
Yeah.
but it was really good. That's okay. That's what Bobby would have wanted. So praise Bobby. Let me get another 2-2 in chat for Braze Bob, and that's
Braze
for
Bobby.
Bobby Clock. I'm gonna pour this down there for you in musician heaven, and we're-
save a little bit for me.
we're gonna and the rest for me, and we're gonna miss you, buddy. I miss you already, and but Danny Feedback is keeping it alive, and we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. You know, the store's getting there. Sellout Con was a year ago. Doktor Cosmac, thank you so much for being here. Doktor Cosmac's van is
I
out.
loved it.
We ran Sellout Con from his van. We moved in.
Yeah, we moved like a ton of pallets and built a stage.
The stage
great.
for the burlesque performers and their acrobatics rig. We set up we set up the lights for the show on top of his van, and he drove it down here from New Jersey and then drove everywhere while he was here. He did like 99% of all of the legwork when it came to driving and picking up gear, and I'm eternally grateful.
I'm a born roadie, sir.
Well, I can tell that you're just ready to rock and roll, and so that was something I was talking about this morning on Monday Morning Cancer, which might become a thing again because there's nothing better than staying up all night and hurting myself, especially when I need to stay up all day and get ready to do time for the show.
Yeah.
So just the torture never ends. Quote Captain Beefheart, which I heard from Fitchuli. But yeah, we keep it going. But one thing that I've been discussing is obviously X Day is a thing, and I am going to be stuck down here in the former Spanish Empire for several eons. Not that time matters or anything, but I don't think it's going to be a feasible operation for me.
Wait.
I don't think.
Wait.
I don't think.
Wait.
I don't think.
Wait.
Don't think.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Yeah, let's play the wait and see game. Nobody ever wants to play that.
So we're looking at some sort of event down here in the Spanish Empire, former Spanish Empire, and not necessarily in the future.
It's
capital of
a
it.
hurricane, isn't it? Just come on, be honest with us. It's a hurricane.
We get those
right?
ready, and
why can't it be a himicane? You're such a
they a cane.
This is why
Dr. Shoggoth left the show, Scalpod.
This is why the Pound Me Too movement matters.
The lack of transicanes. You guys are all cis canes.
Man. But yeah, looking at putting something together down here, a Hypercube event, a Subgenius event. The working title right now, Flex Day. And we talked about it.
Who came up with that? That's terrible.
I think
which person submitted
whoever
that?
he blames
it
on,
out
it was
that was
him.
Cosmac's suggestion.
No way.
So with that, trying to figure out.
There was no author written next to it, so we're assuming it's Cosmac.
It always sucks when you have to talk about a frame of time and X Day. Those two things should never be brought together, and they can't anymore. But you can use time as a convenient way to make appointments. So you don't think about it. It's there. It's a tool.
Use your financial situation.
Don't think about it. Also, eat your parents. Rule number 2.
But not until they've had you. That's a very important point.
No, you eat them.
No, you eat them.
Has anyone been to hypercubego.com?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Somebody just eat them.
Oh, I'll eat them.
I already ate them.
If you had a flex day down here somewhere in the regional state of Florida, I would be down to go.
Yeah, and I there's actually a lot of subgeniuses in the area, and the idea is finding a location, and that seems to be in the can. We have somewhere that we could do this, and we could hold it.
You just want to gather us all in one spot where the next storm could just take everybody out.
Get us all together in one place, and we'll just call it a target.
It's a brilliant idea.
And the storm will happen to be that weekend,
At least we all die together, Scalpod. Come on now.
Yeah. But we need a worldwide cataclysmic event to trigger our ability to even leave this plane. So we got to get ready for that. And we need to prepare. And we've got.
Well, there's an area that we already have a bunch of pylons installed.
We have less than 10 years until the Larry Cuke asteroid arrives. And it's best to start planning now. There were 2 pre-X Day drills, and of course, Hypercube is going to do its best in engineering an end-of-the-world scenario. But this could be our best bet, and I think it's best if we start having those drills as soon as possible, and I think an annual gathering is the best way to do that. Now, Orthogonal Alignment Day floats around October 24th, which for this year, for instance, is on a Sunday. So next year being 2020 should be a leap year, so it's probably on a Monday or a Tuesday. So if I just...
What are you thinking, like a 3-day event or like longer than that?
Well,
I would say 3 days.
You know, X Day in the past has gone for like
Just
a week.
Wait.
But the nice thing about the alignment is the effects can be felt before and after that specific date, because the time, again, is an illusion. It's just approximately at this time. So if I look
it's kind of like
down
here
Lost,
where they had
year.
that weird way of figuring out where the
October 24th is on a
singularity's gonna be.
Saturday next year. And so now we have a weekend in October of next year. So if people were trying, and by people I mean subgeniuses, were trying to make it to X Day, because who doesn't try to make it to X Day? Even if they make it, they have the rest of July, August, September, and October to see if they want to come down and do the short weekend. And again, we know that it's not going to be the end of the world. The real X Day happened July 5th, 1998. It's just a giant charade being fronted by Stang, and we're going to kill him. And,
but if it wasn't the end of the world, would that really be the end of the world?
Well, not yet, because we got to bring about the end of the world. Because if it's very possible that if you die in this plane, that you will be recommitted to the resources that maintain the simulation. Where,
in other words, if you die in this illusion, then you die in the real world.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's just like Dreamscape.
I could bring my DJ gear and like throw some shows.
It's like if you're Dennis Quaid and your career dies in a movie, then your actual career dies in real life.
Dag, yo.
Are you gonna come, Scalpod?
Dennis Rodman,
cool.
Is that who you said?
So yeah,
we're actually Normal Gene and I. We're gonna buy some property out here in the Northwest, and we're gonna have our own X Day out here.
Oh well,
and
we're
all are invited, but no one will
no,
come, so it's just gonna be us.
Right?
No, we are.
Yeah. Well, you want to have an X Day fight? Okay, you can
throw down.
You can.
Our X Day is better than your X Day.
Yeah, we're gonna make X Day fun again.
Yeah.
Here, we're gonna build a wall between here and there.
Or at least we can have alcohol.
We can have 2 drills a year.
It doesn't seem like a bad idea, and it doesn't seem like a bad idea to have regional drills.
Regional drills, I like it.
And it's
See, Doc Fox is thinking like the head of FIFA. Now, if we could just get some of that sweet, sweet corrupt monies.
Yeah, we just need the tents, really. We'll bring our own fences.
We need to get the doping scandals, and we need to get.
No, we just need the dope.
The selling players between.
Yeah, we don't need the scandals. Forget the scandals.
No, we want
the dope,
nothing but
Are you
scandals.
talking about
keep the
we're
dope.
trading G's? We're trading G's?
Like we need
Who's G's?
we want you to trade Fidchuli to
G's.
us, and we'll give you Nenslow. That seems like a fair trade.
I see. Well, see, Fidchuli is a first-round pick.
Yeah, but Nenslow is like.
Is also,
He's like
I didn't realize
original
his contract
round
was
pick.
up. Is
He's
he a
like,
free agent now?
He's like negative 0.0 round pick.
I just didn't realize he was a free agent.
Well, he doesn't know he is either, but you're still getting his ass.
So you're selling him without even him knowing.
Right.
You're gonna trade
Absolutely.
him.
That's
Are
how
you
that
kidding me?
works.
That's good work,
That's right.
Scalpod.
Wait until you see
Onan,
the league management
and
strategy
myself
for
and
next
Ken
year's
Huey
Is It a
and
Band?
NJ, we're getting Nenslow is going to be the first to go. He's out of here.
Oh well, if
excited
that's the
about
case,
Flex,
then
though.
we're actually going
We
to
want Fid.
We're going to need 2 trades for Fid. Nenslow and someone else.
Yeah, you can take Guru Drew.
don't
Maybe
even
we
know
can.
who-
I haven't spoken to Lilith.
That
I haven't
guy.
spoken to Lilith in a while, but I'm pretty sure she's still in Seattle. I might have to make a quick trip.
Well, I think now more than ever is the time because as I was saying on last week's
You know who
emergency
we want?
broadcast,
We want the weatherman.
everybody. Yeah, we'll.
We want the weatherman.
He's up in Seattle.
And then
we got it. Yeah.
He's in Seattle.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I could head far south and get Janer. Can we throw Janer in there?
I'll tell you what. I'll take the weatherman and Onan Canabite, and we'll take
No, you
Janer
can't
with
have.
it.
You can't have Uncle Onan. We need him. He's like.
Yeah, but this
Oh,
is
he's the
primo top
top
talent.
mayor.
He's top talent.
Yeah.
He's the mayor
And we
of
need to
Dobbstown.
we need to get Onan in on what Hypercube's doing.
Listen to yourselves bickering over human beings as if they were just meat.
Well, they're not just any.
You
They're not
people
just human
sicken me.
beings. These are subgenies.
Well,
They're only half
sub-geniuses.
human.
Yeah.
But
so-
real souls, you know?
Well,
Yeah,
but
real
they sold them so long ago.
Yeah,
Well, they
for a bargain.
contractually. What do they call
I
that?
actually
It's kind of
sold
like
my
a
They've already been
Sure.
bought and sold like a half a dozen times. Like, not gonna have any.
It's basically
an
my soul
ownership
is a timeshare.
opportunity.
That's right.
Would you like
We're
to
trading
lease
talent.
a temporary reality?
Trading talent.
Yeah, sell shares.
It's been done a
You'll
million
make
times.
money.
Literally.
You'll make so much money.
Where's Bleepo at?
Yeah, all you need is a photocopier,
Bleepo's
right?
in Hollywood.
Just a
He's
Xerox
out on our
machine. You
coast.
put
All
the,
right,
put the
see?
dollar bill in
We
the
claim
Xerox
Bleepo,
machine
too.
and
All
you
right,
push
well
the
we
button
get
and it
we
makes
get apostasy
$100.
X Fenord. We get apostasy X
Yeah, we
Fenord
got
and
we got Stang.
and Susie the Floozy.
I know that's true. You
We get
Susie.
Susie the
Oh
Floozy.
yeah, no doubt. Atlanta.
What about Hazel? Where's Hazel live?
Yeah, everybody start doxing yourselves in chat.
Yep,
Let us
good
know
idea.
where you
Yeah,
are.
Hazel, where are you at?
Gainesville, motherfucker.
So yeah, we got Negative here.
What is that? Reverend Negative?
Yeah, he's in Gainesville.
Oh, he's in Gainesville.
You know,
Florida.
Katana.
The
she's,
dick of
she's
America.
In,
Yeah, you
in
guys
Florida.
you've got a
Elvis
bunch.
Martini's
You've got
here.
a bunch.
We had the
I know.
Devival here
We're
a
already
couple
at a
years
deficit.
ago. Like 4 years ago, we had the Devival, and we had people from all over Florida showing up in Bob shirts. They wanted that Bob, and I didn't have enough to get them. You know, it was not a
Oh,
good
yeah,
Not enough
I
Bob to
remember
go
that.
around.
I still get
But they showed
confronted
up.
about that show that you did. I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah. The birth
I came
of
down,
Dr.
I was
Fox.
actually down here in Florida.
That was when I went from Reverend to Doctor, and then I got married. I had a Devival, and then I got married.
What is the
5 days later.
distinction? Like, how did
Then
you
he
draw
became-
that
Then he
line?
became Mr. Doctor.
Well, he graduated. Is what he did. He graduated.
Oh,
That's
he
how you get a
graduated from the
doctorate, is that you
Dobbstown
graduate.
Divinity School.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Or some shit like that.
He became a Dr. Mr. Fox. He's only one shy of the Dr. Mr.
I was
Sister.
at one time, I believe it was MC DJ, Dr. Mr. Reverend Baron Von Argus Q Fox, the first, last, and only N3D.PH.
Like you worked Baron in there. That's a good one.
PDF.exe N3D.com.
Hey, I have
Slash ad.
actually I have a real question here. This is a real question.
Be careful
Is it?
with those.
What is? I know, right? What is the difference between a doctor and a reverend? Because when I joined, I said I'm Reverend Negative, and then like I see all these people named Doctor. Then Susie the.
Well,
Floozy
there was an
posted
original
something.
Doctors for
The,
Bob.
the difference is that the doctors do surgery and the reverends do psychic surgery.
Well, see, I
It's like the
always
difference
figured
between
it was
a
the difference.
psychologist and a psychiatrist.
It was the difference between the subgenius scientific core and the more esoteric.
Yeah, I'm an angry
Yeah,
naked
like the
video
difference
wizard.
between Bob.
I'm
like
I'm of the First Church of Dobbs scientist.
like Christ and Christ scientist and Bob scientist.
Yeah, that's why I'm always taking medicine that I'm prescribing.
Give me some more of them
And
sweet pills,
creating.
Bob.
I got them pills. Where them pills at? You got some of them pills?
Yeah,
I want some of
Oh,
them
you need
pills
some
right now.
pills?
You want to get some pills?
I got
over
some-
there? Get a
oh,
little-
take
just
these
pour some
pills.
of them,
Do you have red or blue?
We
Just
got
write it
pills.
down.
Here, take some of these
the
good
thing,
ones.
the thing is though, is that
good pills.
I've
these
never-
great pills, and they're making me feel good. And I feel great, man. I feel so good. I got these pills in.
Now
I
he's
got
talking
so much more, and
hallelujah,
we got all
brother.
these pills coming
Hallelujah,
through
brother.
now.
Now he's
I
talking.
can feel coursing
Now
through
he's
my
talking
veins.
to
My
Bob.
veins are on
Now
fire.
he's starting to be
They're
worth
coming up, my
something. You
arteries
can
are
get a little
swelling
more
open.
slack.
I
You
just
can get a
don't
console be with
The
the
thing is
window
that I've
window
never
seat on that
claimed of
UFO?
any kind.
Can
I'm
I get
just
one
Scalpod.
window seat on that? Can I get two UFO
Everybody
seats?
puts a
big old
Reverend
pills, we got
Scalpod
tiny
and a
pills, we
Doktor
got powder
Scalpod and a
pills, we
blah
got
blah blah.
capsule
No, it's
pills,
just
we got
Scalpod.
vial pills, we got liquid gels, we got alopecia. It's for your
Actually, the
alopecia.
one title that I did claim was
Praise
Seaman
God.
Scalpod, because in
Seaman
the
Scalpod.
subgenius Navy, in the subgenius Navy, there's Rear Admiral Nenslow, and
Skipper Bob
and I
Dobbs.
was gonna be Seaman Scalpod, and then there was Captain Crunch. That's
Wow,
AC
Captain
808's
Crunch,
younger
Rear
Captain Crunch.
Admiral.
Yeah, he had that
And
cool
then you were
whistle.
going to be ordinary.
He did,
Seaman
yeah. So we
Scalpod.
were gonna be. I was.
Is that the two of you when
putting
you
together
joined
the
together
subgenius
with
Navy.
NJ? You two joined together, and then your normal or what do they call it? Ordinary seaman Scalpod.
Hmm?
Dry semen.
Ordinary seaman. Is that what they? Is that? Am I just? I'm retarded.
It was no. It's
like
a
I don't
title.
know
It's
anything
just
about
a
the
title.
You
military,
got your
but-
semen in my doughboys.
It's a title.
Yeah,
Come on, you
ordinary
guys.
seaman.
It's a real thing.
Ordinary seaman.
Quit
Scalpod.
trying to clown on it. It's just a
Extraordinary
real
semen.
title.
Well,
it's like
I was
it's not
trying
like
to-
it's
I
not
was
just
trying to
privates
more
in the
with
army
normal-
are just like a
Too
bunch of
much
genitalia
semen
hanging around. Oh, you're
Scalpod.
private.
But it's
Oh,
still
you got
just
your
the ordinary
private.
kind.
Too much
about the
ordinary
semen?
semen Scalpod.
Oh, you're private, Fox. Oh, you got your privates hanging out because you're private,
I went
Fox.
to Dr. Fox
What are
because
we in
there
sixth
was
grade?
if
Are you walking around with a big baguette held out in front of your crotch,
let me-
doing like some
I'm
Shakespeare?
gonna type it in
for us? Like, come on.
Reverend Fox again and see what comes up. And yeah, here's where it comes up. If you look up Reverend Fox, there was a couple. Of course, I show up now. The first response for Reverend Fox is former minister sentenced for child sex abuse, and so
Yep,
I
that
was like,
you. That was you. I remember that.
So yeah, I went to doctor, and so it changes up my search history there. So yeah, now you look up Dr. Fox and you can.
People spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to change their online presence like that, where it's like you type your own name into Google.
Yeah, I just changed mine.
Yep, you just changed yours.
Yeah, and there's some recordings of the show on some mediocre performances.
Is that what you get
Of the
when
right
you search your
angles.
name?
Yeah, when you look up Dr. Fox.
Oh, okay. Not Reverend Fox.
But no, Reverend Fox, you get something totally different. And there was a Reverend Fox in Alabama. And
FAUX?
I believe so. I'd have to look it back up. I mean, I'm googling on the side here, but yeah, Reverend Instruments database stuff like that. I gotta find
Google on the radio. Is it a band?
Well, here's the
Reverend
thing.
Fox.
I just figured if the church.
Okay, you
Like
kinda
we
cutting out there,
needed
Scalpod.
our own navy, like we needed our own maritime division to
No,
compete
let's
with
leave
Sea Org.
that crap to the Scientologists.
And the
Where are we gonna
Republic.
imitate the
You're gonna
imitate
leave-
the
you're gonna leave the
Scientologists
ocean.
Well,
now?
You're gonna
even-
leave. You're gonna see
If you'll recall, Scalpod,
this planet to the
Navy,
Scientologists.
The Navy
That's your
is a
plan for world
subset of the
domination: is to leave
Marines.
2/3 of this globe to the Scientologists. Brilliant plan, man. Brilliant plan.
They're not gonna gape it.
No, the Navy is a subset of the Marines.
If anything,
Just
it
like
should
the
be
Air
like
Force is a
Sequest
subset of the
DSV.
Army.
Or the Hypercube DMV.
Sure.
Yeah.
You never leave. You go in and you never
Demilitarized
leave.
vehicle.
Hotel frickin' California, my friend.
Take a number.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
How many numbers you got?
I got all the numbers.
Well,
I
we're
got all
getting-
the. I got
Well,
all
my
the
ticket says that I'm
integer,
10 to the
rational,
negative
real, and
23rd.
imaginary numbers.
We're
The
getting
negative.
we're
And
getting the
negative.
cuts in and the cuts out. So usually this is an opportunity at this point in the program for me and anybody else to reset on the Discord. Are you guys sticking around?
Yes.
Bounce it.
Yes.
Bounce it.
All right, we're gonna
Are
play
you
a song.
rebooting?
We're gonna take a little song break and we're gonna go into super post show mode. So go grab a tasty beverage. I'm talking to you. And when we come back, yeah, more of that show. You're listening to Time for the Show live on freethinkradio.com. Say hi, Peas.
Hi, Peas.
I chuckled.
Chuckling isn't allowed. No
Push the
chuckling.
chuckle.
No chuckling allowed. Keep it down, you guys.
Keep
We're
it
back.
down to a light guffaw.
Yeah, it sounded better already. So that was a system reboot. Back live on freethinkradio.com. Time for the show.com. Join the chat and subscribe. Hi, guys.
Hey!
Hello.
It's always more thrilling for me because I get to hear all the catchy background music and you guys just kind of have to sit in the silence.
Stuck in the show hole.
Oh, man, just that show pit.
Honestly, I play the show in the background so I can hear what I sound like.
Yeah, Caller 23 does the same thing, but it usually way too close to his microphone. But gladly he has turned down his radio, at
Don't
least for
cross
now.
the stream.
And
I'm still here. I'm still here. We're just talking about that one time when we cooked that pig.
Yeah.
You remember? And we brought it
That
outside. We brought it outside. We were gonna jab the thing through it, Aster. And the first fly, it took like seconds. It took literally seconds for the first fly to show up. And then 10 seconds later, there's like 10 flies. And then 10 seconds after that, there's like 100 flies. It was ridiculous.
Why, it's the Lord of the
They
Flies.
smell it
beat
so
me
fast.
to
They smell those carcasses so fast. And even when humans are doing like anthropomorphic anthropology research, then to simulate a human body out in the woods, they'll substitute it with a pig. Because it rots in the same way, it attracts flies in the same way, it attracts all kinds of weird stuff in the same way, in the same order.
Long pig.
Them pigs have a very similar internal structure to human beings. The pig analog has long been a standard. In fact, your old heart replacements were pigs.
That's right, and human insulin, I think, was
And
created from
your feet
pig,
replacements too, which is why some
pig
Chinese
pancreases.
they have it's
They
like
have those
the-
tiny shoes.
They have those tiny little pig feet, and people thought it was because of foot binding. It wasn't. They just
They wanted to be
they
pigs.
just transplanted the pig feet right on.
Tiny,
Oink, oink.
tiny little pig feet,
Oink, oink.
and then that nose, yeah, that cute
Ah,
little button nose,
yeah, okay, yeah.
that button nose dough.
Another 22 in chat, anybody?
Reverend High Priestess Poochie, she has little feet, and I always make fun of her because we walk places sometimes. You know, as couples would do. You know, you walk to a store or whatever, and she's like, "Can you slow down?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I have like big, gigantic feet, and you have like little small feet. You can't keep up."
Little more into the microphone there, Reverend Negative.
It's not really about the size of the feet, though. It's about the length of the leg and the size of.
Just strap her feet to your feet.
I'm not trying to have like a backpack for a girl.
I mean, if she had tiny little
It'd be
pig
a
feet,
front pack.
if she had tiny little pig feet but really enormous legs like a land strider from Dark Crystal, like she'd be way ahead of you.
Well, that is true. That is very true. But I agree to disagree there. Good sir.
It'd be like wearing a human shield.
I'm a human shield.
Shield me then, or shield peas when he goes
Shield
out to
me
Area
or
51.
kill me.
Everybody needs to form a human shield around peas when he goes out to Area 51 there.
Oh, he's gonna have a human
shield himself with peas.
He's going to be hidden far away there in the middle
okay.
of the mass.
Do you guys
of the
think that's
humans.
actually going to work out, that whole Area 51
He'll
thing?
be fine.
They're going to be
It's going to work out great for peas.
It's going to
sure.
be a group of like 1,000
danger at all.
jeeps all in the middle of the desert that are out of gas all at the same time.
They're going to form one enormous jeep mass that's
It's
just
gonna
like
be
the-
like a
the
Jeep
shape of an
graveyard.
enormous
Yeah,
jeep.
the troops are gonna have to come out and like give them
No, guys, it's
humanitarian
cool.
aid.
I can be here. I have a Jeep too.
He's going to be right in the center of the whole thing, and when it starts falling, he's going to.
Scalpod, we're
Standing.
losing you still. You're cutting out, buddy.
Damn it, I need to
That's why
restart
we need
too.
more Patreons, you know?
I
so
should
we
have
can get better
restarted.
internet.
That was we did a song break for restarts. Oh no.
One Patreon is 1,000 more internets.
Yeah, so help us talk about paying Pease's hospital bills by going to patreon.com/hypercube.
And doing $1 a month, which is 25 cents a show.
It's super easy.
I pay $5 a month because I'm a nice guy.
All right,
A super
$1.25
nice
a show.
guy
Now that's
and
actually getting
handsome.
some internets.
And handsome.
Extremely handsome. Extremely handsome.
But not as some other people. And
No,
by
I
the
mean,
way, there
there
are
handsome people
there are
out there.
Discord updates. So
Yep.
I restarted and there are some. So just so you know,
I got them updates, yo.
Fid Chuli is lurking in the hypercom, folks.
He's
Oh, I
lurking.
see. Questionable.
How am I sounding? Am I better?
Fid
Am I
Chuli.
updated?
Yeah, actually,
You sound great.
You sound a lot
I'm
better.
all up to date.
Immediately.
Yep, sounds great.
Oh man, just clear those ports, yo.
Yep.
Other
clear
things,
that.
other things that we were talking down about doing at the Hypercube was getting the private branch exchange set up, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
could
that
call
PBX,
Hypercube and
the old
just
PB.
actually-
get lost in an endless
I'm
voicemail
holding
system.
in my hand right now a telephone cable. When was the last time you actually saw one
Not
of these?
just a telephone
Not just a
cable.
telephone
Tell them about that.
When was the last
Oh,
time I
I'll
held
tell you
one
about
when it
this.
wasn't around someone else's throat?
This is such a cheap
It's been a
telephone
long
cable.
time.
It has literally only 2 of the 4 wires in it. It's for a one line.
It's just a twisted
telephone
single.
system. It's a yeah, it's a twisted
You
single.
got a green and red.
It's a single twisted pair.
I understand you've been getting signals on this even when it's unplugged.
Yeah, and so I immediately started taking notes. And what I
Okay.
found was that if I arrange them all in a document and then just take the capital letters, the first letters, or any other capital letters in the document, and then arrange them up into a sequence and then just all by themselves. And then what I do is apply a simple, what do they call it, like a key shift algorithm or whatever, to just
Bless
like
you.
a simple translation algorithm. And then the next thing you know, it turns out that
Secret
Pink Flo-
decoder ring.
Pink Floyd wrote the Division Bell about me. That's what I learned.
You too?
Yep.
Because there was that lady you had on a couple
Turns
weeks
out,
ago.
The
Nice
very
lady.
next thing you know, it turns
Wow.
out that Pink
And
Floyd wrote the
handsome.
Division Bell about me.
And handsome.
Wait, does he and handsome or enhandsome, like enhance?
Well, no, she was a
Enhance.
nice
He's
lady
enhandsome.
and a very handsome lady as well.
Well,
Very
And
well,
nice.
she was nice and handsome.
Very
but
nice and
Caller,
very handsome.
And
Caller
handsome.
Caller is and handsome, like enhance.
Have you seen
No, the
Caller
You,
23?
And
you look at his face
handsome.
and you're like, oh my god, it's so amazing.
Yeah, we met,
enhance.
uh,
and then
Well,
comes
it is
closer and
he
you're
does
like,
have an
enhance,
amazing face.
Enhance.
That
Yeah,
face of
the
his.
face is a very important feature, and I'm glad you brought that up because there's someone else. There's a questionable newcomer here that also has a face. I don't know if you guys are on the Discord or whatever.
Someone else has a
But
face.
there's someone that I'm
That's
seeing that
suspicious.
has a face that's being listed as online right now. I don't want to mention any names or anything, but his or her initials are Fid Chuli.
Oh, thank God it's not me.
Now that guy has a face.
Right.
I don't know if you. I don't know if you've ever seen
He's
Fid
not
Chuli's
real.
face.
He's not real.
No, they've got those
not real.
they've got those little microcontrollers in the face down to a science now that he looks real. Like I'm telling you, this guy looks
Extremely lifelike,
human.
and
Yeah,
yet
like
he
looks
is not
human.
real.
It's finally the first version that's fooled me. You know what I'm saying? That it looks good enough. It's just past the uncanny valley, but it is still kind of
Into the
uncanny
canny
valley
because he's a
because it's
canny
goddamn
lad. He's a canny
skeleton
lad. He's
walking
in the
at you.
canny valley.
Like literally a skeleton walking at you. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Fid Chuli IRL, but man,
Yeah, yeah.
he is just past
I saw him
the
get
uncanny
punched
The
in the
valley.
face, the face is canny. The rest of it,
The shocking footage.
Yeah, he got punched in the face.
Oh
That
yeah,
was-
you remember that video where he got punched in the face?
I was there for that.
Nice.
Oh
Nice.
boy.
Oh,
What a
yeah, that's
fond
right, that's
memory.
right. Yep.
it's the only thing that saved him. If they had punched him anywhere else in his body, he'd have died.
He would have
immediately.
broken one of his bones, one of his 2 bones.
The striking footage.
And of course, if you're a Patreon member, that's all on the Patreon private feed. Fid Chuli getting clocked in the sniffer.
You know what? I might
Bobby
just,
getting Bobby clocked.
I'm gonna fix that right now on that just being on the members only feed.
Ow!
Sorry, everyone. This is going to be a quick pylon update.
Sorry, it was some gas. I apologize.
Sheesh. That's the loudest
That's
radio
rude.
gas I think I've ever heard.
Radio gas. Is it a band?
It was swamp gas. It's real bad. I got some swamp gas
Swamp
real
gas,
bad,
yes.
you guys.
Oh, you're trying to act like you're all from the East Coast here. No, we still haven't finished our trades, Scalpod. We know there's no swamp out there in the West, but y'all got the desert. But we got Fitchuli, and we
got the desert, we got the forest, and we got the mountains.
We got Stang.
It's true. We
On
have
the
no
East
swamps.
Coast.
It's you got me there. We
The
got no
first time
swamps.
ever publicly listed on the Hypercube Go YouTube channel.
The striking
the
footage.
striking
There it is.
footage.
Yep, you just posted it.
Footage.
Look,
Almost
I
a year
posted
ago.
it again.
Me and Doc Fox live in the center of the world that is shaped like a big floppy dick.
Into the mic there, Reverend.
Wait, like a big floppy what?
A big floppy dick.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said a
Into the
floppy
mic.
disk. Whew, man, I was like, what is he talking about?
Well, that would have brought it
Floppy
full
disk.
circle, and we never do that on this show.
Not if we can bring it full.
No, this
Full
show,
cube.
this show is a
Full
line.
figure eight.
Paraboloid.
Full
Oh,
figure
full,
eight.
full cube.
Because it is flat
Full hypercube.
and it doesn't
Yeah.
stop.
Full
and it don't-
hyper
Because
8.
there might have been a point to begin with, but so far
It has been
yeah,
dulled
this show
into
this
a
show is a
rounded
ray.
corner, yeah.
This show is a ray.
It has been
and
chamfered.
it
If
isn't-
you
it's not going to stop.
never had the pleasure of seeing
Because there
Mobius
will not
strip,
be
let me tell
a
you,
point.
it is quite the show.
Oh, boy.
Katana
This
Silva
show
is
is-
making comments.
Floppy dicks.
She's back at floppy disks, so she's not even gonna hear all this now.
Discs.
That was when did we talk about that? An hour ago now. So wow, she's
Realistically, it was probably like
no, seriously, it was like an
45
hour
seconds.
She's
ago.
catching up. No. It's,
No, we just mentioned it like 45 seconds.
No,
to
she
a
also
minute
brought
and a
up the
half ago.
dark crystal before that, like just a few minutes ago. So she's like an hour behind in.
Oh
in
yeah.
The,
Oh
in-
well,
in
you
the
can
stream.
on the TuneIn app. You can actually just scooch it forward to play live, and then you're all caught up.
Yeah, you got that time slider, and it actually moves
Yeah,
you
we've
through
already
the
got-
time
we've-
stream, and you're like, I want to be forward in time, or I want to be behind an
some
hour.
examples
and
of
then
how time control
I
can
wanna
be
stop.
applied here.
time control.
Exactly. Which again, I'm not a big fan of time. Not a time enthusiast.
No, you live with it. You live some, you learn some.
Cosmac
you age
Commando.
some.
Okay, well, all right, she's saying she's catching up now. Oh, floppy disks.
Nice Neil reference.
Just made
the
Is
hippie.
that, who is that?
That's Neil.
from
You don't know Neil?
Neil Gaiman?
Oh wow.
From where?
Neil deGrasse.
Did you know?
Tyson.
Did you
Neil
never
Raymond.
watch?
That's
Yeah,
not
Neil
Neil
Gaiman.
deGrasse Tyson.
He did.
Oh,
He
is that
didn't
the
eat
Canadian?
ramen.
Is
He
that
ate. He
Canadian?
ate lentils. Duh. He didn't. He didn't
Canadian.
eat ramen noodles. He ate
Neil
lentils.
deGrasse Tyson.
It's pronounced Reeman noodles.
Semen noodles. Buckwheat semen.
Oh, now we're back to semen. Now who's an hour behind?
Oh, sorry. I thought my stream was lagging.
Check your time slider, yo.
Not gonna. Took it out.
It's actually
Took it
the
outside.
gravity here.
I have a ruler jammed in a wristwatch.
You need to scrub through the time track. Scrub.
See, now she's making comments on what we just talked about.
Oh, now Cece scrubbed forward.
How
she's
could
got
she
it.
have heard that we were telling her to
Scrubby
fast
dubby.
forward in time so far in the past, unless
Because she's
Well,
a true subgenius.
Unless.
She heard an
Unless-
echo that came back from the future.
Yeah,
She
so
is.
which is still our past.
get that $35 in now.
He's a
You know,
future
I
man
hear it's
that
gonna go
comes
up to
from
like
the future
45
and
or
travels to the
like
past to
$8.
save the day,
I
which
mean,
is
I'll
still
sign
our
you up
future.
today for 50. I can get you in the door of the Church of the Subgenius for $55. It's the best
Oh,
deal
the
that
young
you're gonna
ones?
make.
Old man Stang. He's got like this little thing.
I see.
He
I see Scalpod.
Yeah, and he's only got one of them too.
Reverend Couch Sloth.
This is the Kill Reverend Stang show, live on freethinkradio.com.
Oh, he's going down. Reverend Stang is he's got a target on his forehead. And
That's why he got
Bob
those hearing
is going to pull
aids.
the trigger at
He
any
knew
second.
he knew we were.
Oh,
gonna
so he can hear you coming?
Yeah, you know, can't afford eyes in the back of your head, but he can get some hearing aids.
But you can afford some
That big church money.
You could, some psychoacoustic implants, maybe.
For the nose bleeding.
I have a game.
Like a Neil game.
Yes, Neil game.
Like Neil Gaiman.
Neil
that's his
Gaiman.
name.
Didn't I just say that?
Let's get some gaming on.
Neil Sisman.
Yes, I'd like to ask a question to you all. If you would, I'll be receptive of it. That'd be.
Well, knowing these people, being receptive isn't something that I don't think any of us are really ingrained
you know what?
with.
He phrased it right. He didn't ask a question. He didn't pose.
Asking whether or not
you
want to ask
a
a question
and then
Yeah,
and then he
Yeah,
asked,
asking whether or not you're
definitely
going to
would
ask
be
a question is the worst. Just ask the bloody question.
No,
Don't preface
got
it
You
with
did
whether
right.
you or
You
not
did
you
it
can
right.
ask it.
I'm gonna go with this one. What do you got?
So I like. This is a new game. It's called What's in My Pocket.
What's in my pocket? Oh, you're okay. I got one guess.
That's not a new game.
Your ED.
It's not a new game.
Yeah, we played this.
That was in The Hobbit.
Smeagol did get it right.
I actually pulled this on this girl at the movie theater too. Hey, guess what's in my pocket? Oh, you want to find out?
Guess what's in my popcorn bucket?
Well,
yeah, it's all the way.
All the
bottom.
really candy girls have already heard that line from you again and again.
That's why you need to find the uncanny girls. The uncanny girls.
So the rules of the game are we can all go around. Basically, you ask what's in my pocket, one question, right? And I'll answer your question, and then the first one to answer the question is the winner of what's in my pocket. What's in Lord of Negative's pocket? That is the game.
Ready? Go. EDC.
That is not in my pocket.
35 cents.
For a good one, but no.
That was a good one.
A tiny plastic pig.
No, you guys are missing
Wait,
the
no, I got
point.
it. Your hand.
You could ask
Your hand.
Your hand.
Actually,
Chop it
no.
off. Give me help.
Negative space.
Is it in your hand?
A guitar capo.
Okay. I'll allow you.
The cloth that forms the pocket.
I will allow you to all.
Is it animal, vegetable, or
The
mineral?
chloroform rag.
Is it
God, no.
puzzling evidence?
But I have one of
Is
those.
it the show? Do you have the show in your pocket?
The show.
Oh my
The show in his
god!
pocket.
Yes.
Small cartoon character named Polly.
I hate that character.
You're
You
welcome.
guys
A
are.
I
vegetable
was
that
actually
you
just
called
watching that on
to
TV
and it
the other day. Polly
responded.
Pocket, 2016 or whatever.
Mighty Max
She had a
was way
GoPro on her
better.
helmet.
Mighty Max had ties to
It's
the
not.
occult,
It's
so
not
I
Polly
wasn't allowed
Pocket.
to
Is it?
watch
Is it a hot pocket?
He did.
It's a
Actually,
hot
yeah,
pocket.
Explain to me, please, how Mighty Max was tied to the occult.
There was a.
How is
There
he
was
not?
a lot of Satan worshiping to start
well,
with.
yeah, there was. There's the dark magic that was used. The main antagonist in like the cartoon series was a demon. This was
These
riding
all
on
seem
the,
like
the
some pretty
coat-
big
This
hints.
is riding on the coattails of all the He-Man. It was like as He-Man and Transformers was meeting up with Teenage
Is it
Mutant
He-Man?
Ninja Turtles.
Do you have He-Man in your pocket?
No, I have a very simple object in my
You
pocket.
have the power
You
of
have
Grayskull?
Seaman in your
Do
pocket.
you have
About a
She-Ra
cell
in your
phone.
pocket?
Your cell
Your
phone.
hope and dreams.
The military-industrial complex.
A pile of shit.
A
Predator down.
whimsical quip.
Fid Chuli. You have Fid Chuli in your pocket.
Listen, I'd love
You
to
have
have
promises?
officially in my pocket.
Promises.
But no,
5
no.
llamas.
A picture of your pocket in your pocket.
A hovercraft
Whoa.
full of eels.
If I
wallet
took
a
a
freaking pylon.
filled with individual pieces of American
Hey, hold on.
cheese.
Which pocket are we talking about?
Oh, don't
Is it your coat
complicate
pocket or your
things.
pants
It's
pocket?
the fifth pocket.
Is it the front pocket or the bad pocket?
Are you
What
wearing
a bit of
cargo
bullshit.
shorts?
to
Yeah,
be
how many
fair,
pockets do you have? The big
I
pocket,
will
the
send
carpenter
a
pocket?
picture
Is this?
to a non-person person.
Is
I
this-
don't know if
talking about a
anyone wants to
flesh
see a
pocket?
picture of that.
You're not trying to be tricky, are you? This isn't like a pocket universe, right?
No, obviously not. This is
Oh, like the
actually
infinite
an
back
object that
pocket?
is in my pocket. And
It's got a giant Acme.
it got out of control.
anvil.
I assume that we could regain control.
Is it a bar of Triology soap?
Ooh, that'd be good.
I wish it was.
That
Is
would
it
be
6
in
bars
his
of
butt.
Triology soap in one pocket and the free one
That
in
pocket
the other?
would be
That'd
so
have to be a pretty
fucking
big
clean.
pocket.
With a
Those are
custom
big bars of
design?
soap.
That pocket would be so clean.
I know.
But it would be a very clean pocket.
Leg
Yeah.
up, leg up on some genius laundry.
All right. Well, we'll start from the top. Ask a question.
The top
and
of the
then
pocket
maybe
or the?
at the top of the.
Okay.
the-
Well, I guess it would be silly
question
if the
number
pocket
one.
opened on the
Is
bottom.
it
right?
radioactive?
No.
Who isn't?
Can it be?
Next question.
It's basically like 20 questions. It's not, is it what's in my pocket? It's 20 questions. I'm imagining something on the road.
Well, I was
20
trying to do
questions.
this, but you guys were like ruining it, and that's what I had to say.
That's our job.
Oh
That's
no,
actually
we're
what they pay
ruining
me
the
for.
bit, you guys.
Well,
we're
We were
ruining
ruining it.
Welcome to time
I don't
of
know.
the
ruining
show.
his bit.
That's
I
what
don't
they
know
pay
anything
me for.
about Norse mythology.
All right.
Thank you, Dr. Cosmac.
Cosmac, ask a question. What is in my pocket?
You got that
Ask a question.
Commando!
Is it bigger or smaller than a Volkswagen?
Smaller. Next question.
Is it bigger or smaller than a Hot Wheels
How many
Volkswagen?
loaves of bread can you fit in a Volkswagen?
Yeah. What about the? Is it bigger or smaller than the world's smallest Volkswagen?
It's not your turn. It's Scalpod's turn.
I said, is it bigger or smaller than a Hot Wheels Volkswagen?
The same size.
Now we're getting.
Okay, my turn. Is it
you
your
can fit
dick?
into your hand?
Well, that's a new one.
Which hand?
I never would have thought of that.
Pocket.
Is it wet or dry?
It can be both, depending on the circumstances.
Just, it's
of
your
the-
dick.
Whether it's gotten
Come on,
wet or
can
not.
be wet or dry. Is the same size as a micro machine. It's your dick. Let's just get it out there.
Usually, I use
No, it's
my
the
right
same size as a
hand
Hot
for it.
Wheels, not a micro machine.
Oh, Hot
That's
Wheels,
like that's
whatever,
like
yeah.
that's like a whole
That's
that's like
like
a whole
10
order of
times
magnitude.
bigger. Yeah.
Me and my
Yeah, come on, man.
macrocephalic machine.
Well, maybe
penis.
twice as big. Yeah.
This object is sitting
I
in my
run it
left
through the little car
pocket.
wash.
I ran it through the car wash.
Does it have a name?
Yes, it does. It has a very. It's got a name. Yeah.
Is
we
it,
all
is
know.
it a tube full of chapstick?
Well, it's not your question.
Is it
It's,
a hamster? Is it a gerbil?
Ferg's question.
Pocket.
Pocket. It's
Pocket.
a hamster.
Pocket. Yeah.
It's soft. It's...
Gerbils go in other pockets.
Oh, yeah.
Ferg, you still there? You know,
Yes,
'cause,
sir.
What is your question for what is in my pocket? And if you agree and like you can like make an answer, then you are 100%. You can have that answer, and then that's good. But if you are wrong,
Is it one of those
I'm gonna ask
little
a quick
expandable
little question
dinosaur
here,
sponge things that come in a?
Reverend Negative, have you been drinking?
no, not at all.
Never.
Now
what's
might be
in
a
your
good
pocket
time
is
to
a
start.
Yeah, now might be a good time to start.
Is it a flask? Do you have a flask in your pocket?
No, it's the
You guys
size of
are
my
Are you
Coke.
ready to
machine,
start
dude.
drinking?
Is it a
Is
hot dog?
Is it the
Time
lid
for
from?
the show.
Is it the lid from the bottle of whiskey that you've been drinking?
No, you
The
are all
lid?
wrong.
Let me just
You're
screw
not getting
off
any
the top of
closer.
my
Top.
mason jar of whiskey here.
It is not my pylon.
Is it something that you would give to a child?
Pylons
If
can
you
be a
wanted
pylon.
to start a forest fire, then maybe yes.
Oh, I know what it is. I figured it out.
One
I
of
know
those
It's a
little
dick
crack
lighter, isn't it?
torches.
It's a dick lighter.
It's a crack torch. It's for smoking.
Come on now.
It's for smoking.
It's a
pipe.
road flare.
Motel matches.
It's a flint and some steel.
That's what I was like. I couldn't remember the word flint.
Give to me your
My
flint.
man
Take
Flint.
from
It's
my
is
steel.
it
You remember
survival spark wire cord?
This
Was
is a
that
part you're
paracord or
keeping for
night
later.
room?
If you had been affected by Hurricane Dorian, this would be something.
Oh, can of Vienna sausages.
Vienna
Oh,
sausage.
You said it was the size of a Hot Wheels car.
Just a
One-
single Vienna
one-
sausage.
One Vienna
It's
sausage.
it's
Shrink wrapped.
It's a Hot Wheels car, but it's a Bic Lighter edition Hot Wheels car hot rod, shaped like a hot rod.
Wow, I don't know. I don't think Mattel would be selling a.
Well, most of you are
Fire.
wrong.
Object.
Fire
Apple
comes
would,
out the
though.
back when you make it roll along the
Yeah.
floor. The flame comes out the back because it's a hot rod.
How about a death ray? You got death ray in your pocket?
Or you just have.
I wish I did.
Fucking
Hey!
How about a life ray?
Time for the show.
It's time
It
for the
is
show. on
slightly
Rethink
too
Radio.
stale baby carrot.
It's a baby carrot that could spontaneously combust and produce fire at any moment.
A
like the
child could
flaming
start a
carrot.
forest fire with it. I'm going with bleach and acetone. 2 separate vials, but small enough
Oh.
to fit in your hand.
It's a tiny magnifying
See,
glass
I was
that
just-
you could use to focus the sun's rays and start a fire with.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, maybe so.
It's
maybe so.
cyanoacrylate glue and cotton.
I was just gonna go with one of those pocket hand
Close.
warmers. You know that you put in your pocket and activate the charcoal or whatever, and it's like a hand warmer, and then you start a
Yeah.
fire
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
sure. Like
Because
when you
you're
go.
like, you start a fire.
Or like
with
those
it.
you go
reusable
seal
ones.
clubbing
or
or
to keep the
whatever.
bag
Those
of piss
reusable
on the
ones with the
inside of
goop,
your
and
leg
they have the
warm.
little metal
Yeah,
disc
like
there, and you
either-
flex the disc,
yeah.
and then it starts the chemical reaction.
I'm glad that you came to the way I was thinking of it afterwards. That you were like, oh yeah,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
yeah,
I
because
appreciate
my
that, Dr.
my
Fox.
catheter bag
Yeah.
gets so cold.
My catheter bag.
Is that a knockoff
Yeah.
blanket?
No, I don't
It's
have
a
a
tiny
drug test.
dildo.
Any-
It's
Oh,
in the
look at
chat.
this tiny plastic dildo
with a flared tip.
with a flared tip, a couple of different colors on it, and,
And
it
it's
looks,
full of chapstick.
It looks like a
It's a
maybe like a
chapstick.
You squeeze the
14
end and
shotgun
chapstick
buck-
comes out over here.
looks like buckshot to me.
Pre-warned.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
a
I'm-
shotgun.
I'm
Why are you
grateful to
carrying a
say
shotgun
that
shell casing around?
Delicious
None of you-
little chapstick.
Could figure out what is in Lord of the Negative's pocket. It was a cigarette lighter, and stay tuned for next week
No.
for
Oh,
when
well.
you can all choose.
We are all just so terrible at this game.
All right, so I'm gonna play the same game with you, Reverend Negative. What's in my pocket? Now, Dr. Fox can watch me the whole time.
I'm watching.
There's one thing. Okay, I'm gonna
Oh,
stretch the
I know,
microphone
we
around.
know you're-
Basically,
Wait,
I'm letting you know
did
I am for real
did
here,
he
Dr.
see
Fox.
you put it into your pocket?
He is
Is he-
standing
is he-
I'm
to the
standing
side.
here. I'm
He's
standing
actually
here
coming
right now.
around
This is totally
the-
fair.
the-
Yeah.
Is
the
Doc
control
Fox allowed to
Stretching this
play, or is
microphone cord
he?
as
Does
long
he
as
have
it-
to
No,
recuse himself
Reverend
from the
Negative is the
game?
player. What's in my pocket?
Oh, okay. It's only Reverend
He
Negative.
says lurking with the world's shortest microphone
Well, I don't
cable.
think anyone
Okay, I
else
see.
is gonna
Yeah,
get
you can step back over
No,
here.
no
now.
one's gonna get it. No one's gonna get it.
You said this is only for
Do I
Reverend
get
Negative.
3 questions?
Do I have to take a picture of it to prove what it is later?
Yes.
Or
Send it to
Absolutely.
Scalpod.
should I just
Fox,
take
get
a
your
picture
hand
of it
out of
now
there.
so that it'll be ready to send by the time you guys don't get it?
Wow, is that it?
Ooh.
Can you get it all into the
Ooh.
into the shot? Can you zoom back that far enough?
I can zoom. I can zoom.
Gallagher didn't have enough good jokes for the radio.
He's not a good guy.
It's true.
Damn. His brother did though, and his brother.
He's
was
more of
really
a
good.
guy that steals people from other things, but yeah.
Now this
Oh,
now
are
this
you gonna
game
guess
to be
Reverend Negative. You got
to be
you got
clear, this
20
is
guesses.
Reverend Negative is the only player in this game.
No, all y'all can guess, but
No,
nobody's gonna get
no,
it.
it's just-
because
No,
it
I
just
think everyone
emphasizes
wants
the
me to
point
guess.
that the game is ludicrous, but still.
I think we just all want to hear him guess a million times.
That's
until
what I
he
want to hear.
Doesn't get it.
All right, ask me some questions. You'll figure it out.
We're playing
probably
under
in
the
less than
same
20.
rules.
Okay, yeah, same rules. Ask
3
a question.
questions.
Ask a question.
Is the object?
Wait, no, one at a time.
Is the
one
object
Reverend
in your
Negative at a
hands?
time, please.
Come on, now. There's only one Reverend Negative. Is the object can be held in your hand, or does it need to be held with 2 hands?
Well, it's in a single pocket. It's in my single front left pocket, so I'd say it can be held with 1 hand. If it fits into a single pocket, I think it can probably be held in 1 hand. In fact, it definitely can be held in. It's not that I think it can. I can assure you.
You could have shoved the end of a rake in there. I mean, he's just
I
being
can
clear.
hold this in 1 hand.
It's
No
it's
problem.
a pocket, not a hole in his pants.
Yeah, it's not a infinite
yeah,
back
he can
pocket.
fit it.
It's not an Acme back pocket or whatever. But I do have something. Yes, I can easily hold it in 1 hand.
Second question: is this something that is usable through life?
It's usable. Yeah, typically the even though this thing you may not use it forever, its expected lifespan is probably on the area of 2 to 5 years, maybe longer. Probably longer for a lot of people.
Last question: can you eat this object?
No.
If you're brave enough.
Well, yeah.
Does it smell like shit?
Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough, right? No, you cannot eat this product.
So, Cosmac, I would say that it is probably 100%. It is a self.
A what?
Huh? Assault?
Assault? No, a cell phone.
Oh, cell phone. No. The cell phone's actually in my front right pocket. And again, Dr. Fox, you want to see what it is? Cell phone's in my right pocket. What I'm referring to is the
There's something
left
flapping
pocket.
around over there.
You want to see what it is, Dr. Fox?
Yeah, let's see what you got.
I'd like to see what it is.
Because I'm going to pull it out right now.
All right, let's see what you
I'm
got.
actually going to pull it out. Are you looking?
I'm going with...
Just so you can see, or do you want to guess? Do you want to guess?
Well, Lord Ferg asked if it smelled like shit, and if it
No, it doesn't smell like
doesn't
shit
smell
at
like
all.
shit. Okay,
Nope.
then it's not your dick.
Doesn't really smell like any. Yeah, that's right.
So I'm out.
Yep.
So what you got?
Oh, I'll show you. I'll
just
show
gonna
you.
get
Everyone
the
else can keep guessing. You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna see what he's got. He's showing it to me. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, didn't expect
Wow.
that, did you?
Yeah, didn't expect that
Yep.
at all.
Yep.
Incredible. Here, show it to me one
Is
more
it a
time.
middle finger?
I'm gonna show
It's
it
a
to you.
shrunk-
You gotta,
it's a
you gotta sell. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, that was it. Yep, that's the thing.
Impressive.
That's the thing. And
Is it
you
a
can see-
shrunken head?
No,
Again, it's not his dick.
no. It's more like long and rectangular. It's long and rectangular. It's longer than my hand, easily. It's still not my dick. Just to make that clear,
Again, because long.
it's long.
Is
it's
it a
rectangular.
chocolate flake from the UK?
No,
Man, those are good.
the red.
Aren't
the,
they?
um,
Oh, God. Even if they came out of his
flake.
pocket, I'd still eat it.
Is it a wisp of gold?
No.
One
No,
wisp?
Of course not.
Is it 2 wisps?
Of course
Wait.
not.
Well, it's not.
Is it a long?
Is
it a
well,
long?
hold on.
Okay,
Hold
hold on.
We
What
might be getting
kind of
somewhere.
gold are you talking about?
Well, like the candy bar.
Oh,
No, that
Scalpod
no.
was talking about British candy.
Is it a yellow 2x6 Lego brick?
No, that's a good guess. 2x6 is actually a good guess, but just to sweeten the pot here, I'm gonna.
Ooh,
let
now
you
we know
right
the,
now.
the size, the rough
dimensions.
approximate dimensions.
Approximate dimensions is probably about 1
inch?
by 5.
Oh,
1 by 4,
5.
something like that.
1 by 5? I don't know. I don't.
Probably for about
It's just
1
a
1 inch
laboratory.
by
I don't
4
have any
inch.
tools
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, well, I do
it's
have
more
these
like a-
calipers
it's more
that
like
I was
a
measuring
tube.
my dick with earlier.
Yeah, I guess.
A
2x6
money
is
box.
probably right.
I don't know. I'm just on fire tonight.
Yeah, I know. As soon as you start eating Pringles, then you're on fire.
Exactly. Keep telling me more about what it's not, so I can keep saying it's not.
Do you guys want to play another round?
Is it? We are playing another round.
You never guessed.
Is it a whistle? Is it
No.
like a
No,
captain's
good
whistle?
guess, but no.
I'll tell you
You're
what.
a pack of smokes.
You guys are really gonna have to. You're gonna have to approach.
That's
it
what I'm saying. You're
scientifically.
never gonna get this. You're never gonna get this.
You could, yeah.
Because
you,
anybody could have anything in their front pocket at the moment.
Missile launching
and when you're at
tampons.
hypercube, that is very
When
easy
you're at
to do.
hypercube, there's tons of stuff you could have in your pocket. Just because, actually,
Because
what
Dr.
ended up
Fox is a
happening?
hoarder.
Yeah, the funny story is that
He
it
just
wasn't
walks
in my
around and
pocket
just pockets
earlier,
random
but
shit.
you come over to hypercube and. Sometimes you're a kleptomaniac.
Oh,
and
yeah, you
Dr.
love
Fox
a
is
pocket,
hoarder,
got
and
your
next thing you
counter.
know, something ends up in your pocket. You thought you were just gonna take it away without anybody noticing, but now you're on this stupid game show of what's in your pocket, and now I have to actually reveal it eventually.
Busted!
I guess. Busted. Yeah, I was. Now, where could my vape be?
I pulled the bottom off my.
A man.
Is it
searching for
a
something.
cigar? Is it a cigar with a gold band?
Nope, not a cigar. No gold band. Nope.
Crushed up High Life can.
Did they put High Life in a can?
Yes.
Isn't that how it
Well, you
comes?
better
Yeah.
let her out, or Popeye's gonna get mad.
I've already made more than 3 guesses, so I'm dropping out.
Yeah.
All
Anyway.
right, I'll give you guys a clue. It is something that would be essential for Hypercube's functions.
That's true. That's
what
true.
he has-
Hypercube is currently using many of them.
Yes, Hypercube.
Oh, I know what it is. It's a battery.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
That's
So-
a
It's
very
a
good
prop.
guess. That's a
So,
very good
I'm gonna-
guess.
I'm
and
gonna
yet
tell you,
that is
it
still
is-
incorrect.
It is something that is needed. It is a component. It is a
Your
component
vape.
of a
It's
larger
a
system.
psychoacoustic crystal calibration tool.
It's very close.
Those
it's very
do
close.
contain gold, and they are long.
And so we've got some gold.
It's very close. Yeah. It's not a
I think if you told them
psychoacoustic
what it was
resonating
made of,
crystal,
they'd
though.
actually guess it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
So
Let's hear it,
yeah.
buddy.
I can reveal that some of the things that comprise this object are polyester resin, fiberglass material. I can reveal that gold is in fact a part of this.
Travel size 10 of fish polish.
I can also no, it's not fish polish. I can reveal that it also includes things like ink,
Fish are never
like
polished.
ink that was printed on
Polish
top of it.
surrounds the fish.
I can reveal how much farther do I go until you guys get it. I can reveal that there is plastic
All
in
the
it.
way, baby.
I can reveal that there is certainly silicone in it. Silicon,
yeah.
silicon.
It's probably
The computer chip.
It
type.
has been
But
utilized to
silicone
access
these days.
information. I'm sure contains
Yeah,
silicone. in it.
silicon, not the
Exactly, exactly.
not the dildo
Anyway,
stuff.
guys,
not the
it's
silicone.
a piece of DIM memory. It's a dual inline memory module, and it looks like it is. Let me adjust my spectacles here. Probably like a.
Is it SDIM? Is it RDIM? Come on, be specific.
4 gigabyte.
Probably
DIM
not.
I never got
drive,
past
That's
two
like a
2 gigabyte.
one or
What's
DIM
what's
drive,
the speed
RAM.
here? Are
It's
we
a
talking
it's
about?
a RAM extension. It's a here. I'll you hold it,
is,
Dr.
is
Fox.
It is a 4 gigabyte.
I thought you
It's
said
a
it wasn't
4
your
gigabyte.
dick.
No, it wasn't. It isn't.
Again,
my dick.
well, this,
Hold on, let me
this
get
gets
the camera
used.
here.
Oh yeah, good
We're
point.
gonna take a picture
We
of
can
it
keep
right
doing
now.
these.
Dr.
We
Fox
can
is
get the rest of the
I'll
show.
give it to him. Let me get some light here.
Did it flash?
No,
Did it flash? Did it flash?
No, I don't know.
Is it a show?
Did it flash?
We're gonna play
Okay,
Is
hold
It
on,
a
it's gonna
Show
flash.
from now on.
There's no show. It's only.
Okay, we got this. Hold on, I'm gonna post the picture just to prove to you guys this
You
is
took
a
the picture separately and then
it's
are
a
adding
4
it from your
gigabyte.
gallery. So I mean, there's metadata available.
Booyaka!
for this.
There's metadata, yeah. I mean, like, can you read that on Discord, or does it strip the metadata?
I'm pretty sure everything.
We get
Hypercube
not
is
only
in
the
so many
metadata, but we
Chinese
get the meta.
servers
Yeah,
that-
they're
We get the
recording
meta
everything.
metadata.
Yeah, exactly. So
We get the metadata. We get the data about the
We're different, though.
metadata.
We know we're
realize
being
it's
listened
there.
to, and we want them to. We want them to know that we're saying it.
There he is,
Oh,
Dr.
look at
Fox.
that tasty
With that-
ram.
With that strip of ram. He's eating microchips right now. With
I wasn't far off with my 2x6
Sips-
Lego brick.
sips
Yes,
and
that
dips.
was
You really
that was
weren't.
that was pretty close.
And
No, you weren't.
Cosmac
It's
said
a
gold
building
leaf.
and it is and the 2x6 Lego brick is also socketable. So
Yeah, it was.
That's
it was
true.
It was a
That's
really
true.
you were oddly
God
heading on the
damn.
right path.
It is also something that Hypercube requires to operate is random access memory. In fact, we
On
need a
like
shitload
Conky
of
Dong,
memory
yo.
because let's
Scalpod
face it,
knows
we're
all
so
about
drunk
that.
and high right now that nobody can remember anything.
We're
so
currently
we need
No,
to,
I remember
we need to
all this.
offload that onto digital memory, and the next thing you know, here I am just trying to smuggle that out of Hypercube because who knows what's written on that RAM. What kind of industry trade secrets I could steal from all that RAM memory?
My browser
nothing because
history
Probably
nothing
the
because
browser
as soon as the
history,
power
probably a lot of stuff.
no
Hey, I
not
don't
because
wanna
as soon as
hear
the power
any-
was removed there was nothing remaining in there.
What are you talking
Understand how
about?
RAM
We're
works?
currently
Like, come on.
using
What are you talking about?
70% of the resource memory allocated for the system, just to do time for the show.
Yeah, and no virtual memory either because like
78%.
70.
are you kidding me? This
Oh,
show is
70
nothing
even,
but virtual
70
memory.
even.
You can hear
Right
the
now.
disc just spinning and
There's
wheezing in the
discs,
background
there's,
because everything's being
wheezing,
buffered.
Coughing. The hard drive is
It's
literally
just
coughing and
it's
wheezing.
being paged. The page file is just constantly being accessed. It's just all page
The
file.
page file, the freaking book file. You know what I'm saying? Like
The dictionary file.
I don't mean to be
the
a guy
biblio
that
file,
interjects,
as it were.
yeah, the bibliophile.
but I'm gonna
Rainbow
interject.
table.
Would you like to play one last game before we all sign off, or if you don't want to sign off,
Is it
I'm gonna be
is
up
it a
on it.
fun game?
Yeah, it's
that's
a fun
the question.
game.
That was my exploration into this last game. Is that it's like this can literally be arbitrary, and so it's
Well,
not,
who
not
cares?
as fun
It's just
because
fun.
it's like, well, I just pick something up from around me and put it in my pocket.
All right. Well, I got a real question for you. All right.
Because that was a
Yeah,
fake
not a
answer.
fake question.
Caller 23. I guess that's your name.
We guess it is.
That's me.
I assume. I can't see on the.
You know what they say when you assume you're a Nazi.
Been called one of those or twice
that is what
before.
Bravo.
Anyway,
Time for the show.
time for the
.com.
show.
.com.
Yeah, time for the shower.
Yes. Yes.
Would you rather? Here's the thing. Would you rather have robot arms, or would you have robot legs? And
Did
why?
this get proposed in the chat
This was
just a
already
couple
asked
weeks
before,
ago
yes.
or whatever? I think
Rubber
somebody-
legs.
We went over this. Do the hands and do the arms and
Would
the
you
legs
have? Would you
include
rather
hands and
have?
feet, or don't
Would you
they?
rather have a robot heart or a robot liver? I'd rather have a robot liver because then I can
That's
just
what I
drink
asked
whatever
earlier,
I
yes.
want.
I'd rather have a robot pancreas myself.
That's out of the
Personally,
question.
yes.
That's out of the question. Robots can only do so much.
Well, they can. Well, Scalpod, as you are an AI, you can escape
A
and
juicy
Not
one.
a note, not a robot.
Not a robot.
Not a robot.
Not a robot. Hashtag not a robot.
I would rather have robot. I would rather have robot eyes than robot toes because seriously, robot toes. That's just
Why would
they're
you-
useless. That's ridiculous.
You can't hug your children with robot toes.
But you could
You can't-
totally feel them up with your robot eyes.
I mean, when you go to pick your nose with your robo toes, you're
You know,
like,
they say
you
there's
get a
pedophile
bloody
in
nose.
my
You're just, you
neighborhood,
know.
and I can't leave the house anymore.
Exactly.
Oh man, it's like that time. I was-
Dr. Fox, let's hear what you have to say.
I was at X Day walking through the woods with a little kid, and they're like, "Oh man, it's kind of scary out here." I'm like, "Well, I gotta walk out alone." So
Yeah, you think this is good?
You don't even know the half of it.
It's spooky. Oh man!
Don't go walking in those woods with.
Yeah, I gotta.
Doctor like you.
Do I have human hands on the ends of my robot arms, or do I have robot hands and phalanges as well?
Yeah, it's an important question. Like,
And
what
how
kind
many
of robot?
phalanges do I have? Do I have reasonable facsimiles of
5?
this? Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're a robot, I think
Why
you
not
can
like
use
6 or
These
7?
robots. This
like,
is my initial blind
or
eye for the
4
night, too.
in a more usable
More
layout.
usable
You know, a
structure.
little,
Yeah,
little
like
bit
it-
more
like
intelligence
for,
in that design.
for
you know,
actuators instead of fingers. You get actuators.
or 3 fingers that are a foot long apiece.
you can have those 5 fingers that open up into smaller fingers at the end, so that you can type it like 1,000,000 words a minute.
Yeah,
You know,
I'd
honestly, personally, my
file into existence.
Yeah, you can charter my life as a robot in my new anime series, Serial Experiments Lame.
Oh, I love that one. With the giant robots fighting.
Serial Experiments.
You seen that Japanese cartoon?
Sure.
Yes.
God damn. What happened to those people?
Yeah, what happened? That's what I was wondering. Like, nothing ever happened.
Stop asking
Like,
questions.
what happened?
What's in the
I
water
heard
over
it
there?
It
I
was
heard
kind
they
of
got
a
some
central
nukes
question.
dropped on them, Dr. Fox.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
way
did
to go.
You know, the great thing about what happened at Fukushima was that it gave the next
Gaijin.
generation a chance to catch up, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it really
you know,
gave the next generation a chance to
mutate
shine.
now.
No, you eat them.
Mutate or die.
Oh man, but yeah, Japanese cartoons. I think that's next week's theme of Time for the Show. That's what tonight's.
As long as
Oh,
there's
no,
at least
the anime
a
episode.
little bit of tentacle porn. Maybe
The
just
only
a
thing
little
better
bit
are
of tentacle
Russian.
porn.
The only thing better are Russian cartoons.
Which Cosmac introduced me to several, including good God, can you? What's the name of the show with the wolf and the rabbit?
It's called New Pogodi.
Yeah. So I have to. Anytime I want to remember these things, I have to find you guys. But
Because
no,
we are
you
your
gotta-
collective memory.
you got a wolf smoking a pipe, chasing an effeminate androgynous rabbit.
We are your ram.
androgynous.
Just don't
Yet
ever pull the
effeminate.
plug, because
Or
as soon as we lose the
Yet
power,
effeminate.
that's it. And then
That's
we're gonna
Russia
forget
for you.
everything for you.
As
Yeah,
Reverend
it's your
80,
classic Tom and Jerry kind of premise.
yeah, as Reverend 80 would say in Russia, I'd fuck it.
Whoa!
In Russia, it fuck you.
It fuck you.
In Soviet Russia, a car drives you.
No, those Ladas aren't like autonomous, man. It's not the case at all.
That was a Simpsons joke. I'm sorry.
Have you seen a Lada?
We're the only thing beating The Simpsons right now. We're the only original
For
content
ratings, yep.
that won't stop. We will
right,
not.
right.
We will
Yeah,
not.
it has nothing to do with
I
ratings.
vow,
Years later,
I
yeah.
vow to not stop doing Time for the Show at least until The Simpsons is off the air. Until new episodes
sure
of
they
The
have, like,
Simpsons
a
are no longer
2-year
being
contract.
produced.
That is
I
a
will continue to do
bold
Time for the
vision
Show.
and a bold commitment. And yes, I commend you, sir.
Well, we'll put my we'll put your Patreon money where my mouth is. So
Exactly.
there's plenty of room next to this hoof. Well, with that, you know, I gotta kind of take the suggestion that it is getting to about that time.
Well,
And
it's top of the hour.
It's
Is
top
it time
of
for
the
the
hour.
show yet?
And I guess
No, that was a while ago, I guess.
almost-
Did we miss it?
It's almost time for the after the time for the show.
it's time for the after the show.
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 Yeah, it was show.
This one,
No.
I gotta say, it's been a while since I've had a good laugh on and off.
I heard
my
you.
Dr.
I heard you laugh
Are
a
you
few
going to start
Tonight,
publishing these after shows or what?
Dr.
well,
Fox
a lot-
actually
my-
has
Shows are better than the
several
shows.
the main
several
show,
sincere
Peas
guffaws.
was killing me.
He's all high on dope.
I know, it wasn't great.
That's the way I
Why
like
can't
it.
he always be that way?
We we just need to make sure. So if we can get an operative, if we can get a hypercube operative out in the Las Vegas area to just
To
constantly
just wait and then just
stop
regularly
short
once a
in front of-
day
if you can
with
go
the
out and
dart
break
gun
check
and
peas
then right into
every
the neck.
week until his
And then,
Jeep
yeah.
looks like the little car from the
Looks
Crash
like-
Dummies
yep.
toy set.
An abortive attempt at public driving. Like, peas, seriously, this is my blind eye.
Oh
is
man,
that-
I hope the steer horns are okay.
Oh, good point. Good
Hey,
point.
I said he
oh,
mounted-
no, he backed into him, so he probably.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the.
So you
it was
did-
the.
you
ball
didn't
sack
even-
that
Wait, did
he
hangs
have an
from the
accident?
toe
I
hook.
Didn't even bust up your Jeep off road. You were
He was
attempting
subconsciously
to leave
protecting the
lunch.
horns.
And
Some
It was
part of
the-
his mind
The
knew to
only
protect
thing
the
that
horns.
happened was he squeezed his truck nuts a little bit.
Yes, Ferg. Hashtag
I was
break check
missing
peas.
for a minute, but
Tender
did
truck nuts.
Peace apologize for?
Half-heartedly.
Yeah.
He apologized.
Okay.
He
Yeah, we gotta do
apologized.
one.
In a
half-ass
strung out
apology.
kind of way.
We we'll accept it. You know,
Oh, fair enough.
we
We'll
won't
accept
like
all
it.
through.
We'll accept it.
Yep, we'll take it. We'll take anything we can get. He's just so darn handsome.
Handsome.
that
Yeah.
I just can't.
He's
get
a good
over it.
boy.
He's a good boy.
He's a nice guy, and so handsome.
You guys are getting me kind of. I need some more peas. I need some more peas. Oh, we got some more peas. It turns out we got a little.
Last call, everybody.
We got
Let me
enough-
get those
last
peas
call
memes
for
in the
peas.
chat. Let's get them going. Dump those peas memes.
Do it. All them peas memes.
All
Please, ma'am.
all the peas, all the time.
Just peas all over me. Oh, this is looking great.
Left line over here they come. We got it coming in.
Cosmac has some good new ones.
Good them in
Yeah,
there.
Cosmac's got a good one
If
there.
you have a peas meme or you want some, head on over to timefortheshow.com, click the Discord button, and start joining in the fun. You can get it up on the peas database available over at Doc Fox House of Chop at subgeniuses.com/Dr. Fox or Doc Fox. And you can access that through hypercubego.com. Check out all of our projects, X Day the Game, the demo, the Doc Fox House of Chop, Time for the Show. Check out the store. Start reading up. It's going to matter more than ever. We're getting ready to blast you guys out with one more Psychoustic update for the evening. And, of course, that handsome Time for the Show remix that we're just going to have to end every show with at this point. I'd like to thank Dr. Scalpod for playing along with Is It a Band, Dr. Cosmac for officiating tonight's match, Lord Ferg, TrialGSoaps.com, Reverend Negative, thank you for coming in and playing, Caller 23 in the studio tonight, really appreciate it. Everybody that's posting memes tonight, Katana 007, Hazel of the Windmills, who else is in the chat? Just go on and crank through that. I think we got a couple of people on there. Subscribe to the show, timefortheshow.com.
Don't forget Reverend Negative.
And Reverend
Don't
Negative,
forget
we got
Ferg.
Reverend Negative and Ferg. We got those guys.
Oh,
They're-
don't forget Peas.
Yeah, and
He's
yeah, I
extremely
guess
handsome.
we can apologize.
Oh,
for
don't
these.
don't forget Pitchouli lurking this whole time.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't
You know,
forget,
we'll have to scrape him out with a nice sharp stick.
Oh, don't forget Tatsumaki, the robot, the Discord robot. He always seems to be here. He's on all the time and always wants to talk to you. Tatsumuki. the
Yeah, get in the
Discord
chat, start
robot.
earning your points, go cyber fishing and slot machining over in the robot arena. It's a
I
great
can't wait for
totally
the
not gonna
anime
kick you out.
episode.
make staring at your phone fun again. At timefortheshow.com. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts and on Stitcher. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Dr. Fox. It's been Time for the Show. We'll see you next week. freethinkradio.com.
Hypercom voice bridge is activated. Now connected to freethinkradio.com. Initiating psychoustic update procedure for pylon harmonic. Local grid clusters Alpha through Stevie are connected. Local grid clusters Betamax to Voltron are connected. Local grid clusters Xenon to Prolapse are connected. Hypercube Global Pylon Relay has been updated. Pylon nodes are restarting. Waiting. 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 Pylon nodes are online. Local grid clusters are connected via Broadcom sub-ether tethering service. Psychoustic firmware update is complete. Now forwarding to Hypercom streaming service. Please stand by.